ball, and not only that, but make some of our shots there, because we were getting, great looks. We were down low. We were the short chip shots right at the basket there, and we just could not buy a bucket at the beginning of the game there, and even early in the third quarter. So it was nice to see, though, that we were still resilient in the fact that we were confident enough to continue to shoot the ball, and knew that eventually they'd start falling for us, and we could start clawing away at that lead a little bit.
Yeah, playing through some adversity as well, some foul trouble. I thought your team still defended pretty well, especially as you got down to the stretch there and really hold them to nothing over the final 3+ minutes with your 12-0 run.
Yeah, I was pretty pleased for the most part with our man defense. It's been kind of shaky for us to start the season. But I thought that we really kind of turned a corner last night in terms of, hunkering in and me kind of being like, you're going to have to figure it out because we're not running anything else tonight. So it was nice to see that we kind of clicked and all got on the same page there, and we were able to, shut them out there in that last half of the fourth quarter there to give ourselves the chance to win the game. And then not only that, but come away with 2 huge stops down the stretch to get the ball back, tie the game up, and then get one more stop there and drop a play to win the game. So that was nice to see, and I'm proud of our effort, and I'm glad that, these girls are still they're bought in for the most part, I guess you could say, in terms of the fact that we're together even though we've seen some tough games and we've gotten down quite a bit in most of these games. But we're fighting hard. We're battling together, and we're sticking together as a team. And I think that's kind of what that game was about last night, is us just sticking together and being able to pull one out together as a team.
Coach Justin Froh here pregame tonight. Scott City takes on the Lake and Lady Bronx. A couple years since you guys have faced Lakin, and they had a win yesterday over Coronado. You take a look at this team, and it really kind of starts with their post presence in the Michaelis girl.
Yeah, absolutely. She's going to be a force. They really like to get the ball to her, anywhere on the floor. She can shoot it. She can get to the basket. She can shoot over top of you. She can rebound it. She'll get up and play the top of their defenses and put some pressure on the ball to try to get out and get some steals for some easy baskets for herself. And from there, they're going to run a ton of different schemes. They're going to run a ton of different defenses. You're going to get several different looks, in one quarter, not just talking about the entire game, but it's going to be very early. They're going to press a lot. They're going to get up. They'll throw 3 different presses at you. They're really going to throw a lot of different stuff. So we're going to have to be mentally ready in terms of we got to be able to adjust on the court. We got to be able to talk on the court in terms of you're probably not going to be able to hear everything that I'm going to say and be able to echo it and get into what we need to in time. So the girls are really going to have to communicate themselves and take that under their wing to get into what we need to get to, so that way we can be successful and also not have those mental mistakes and limit the turnovers.
Well, final day of the Roundball Classic, Scott City and Lakin here in the college. Coach Justin Froh joining me here pregame. Coach, thanks for the time and good luck to you guys.
Thanks, Adam.
That was Scott City Lady Beaver coach Justin Froh. Your pregame interview brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with you and Berta Benz in Scott City and Leota. More to come on your pregame show. We'll have a breakdown of the matchup. Also bringing starters, keys of the game, and the tip-off after this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
There's some reason we're all here. To create an amazing experience for each life we touch. If we look closely, we might just see there's something about you amazing people. These amazing drinks served this amazingly fast. There's just something about Scooter's Coffee.
Axis Seed Red Barn is your locally owned and operated Axis Seed independent regional company, using local data to bring you top-performing seed, fertility, and biological products tested and proven to perform right here in western Kansas. Axis Seed, your farm and your future. That's our focus.
I'm David Post, and I live right here in Scott City. I'm proud to help my neighbors protect their homes, farms, and businesses, because this is my community too. At Iron Insurance Partners, we're here for you on game day and every day. helping you protect what matters most because your hometown is our hometown. Give us a call or stop by today.
Fairly Feed Yard is dedicated to investing in
an equal opportunity provider.
All right, we welcome you back here inside the Conestoga Arena here at Garden City Community College. Adam Kadavy with you here is they're shorting the pregame or the time to warm up, so I guess we're going to be a little rushed here this afternoon. Lakin and Scott City set to do battle. Earlier today on the girls' side, the 7th place girls game went to Lawrence Free State. They won by over 30 over Coronado. Did not write down the final. They took it off the board pretty quickly here. 3rd place girls game went to Garden City. They pulled away from Hugoton 53-35. The 7th place boys game that concluded moments ago, it was a high-scoring affair. Tonganoxie would take down Lakin 85-71. Currently 4:20 to go in the 4th quarter at the Garden on the 5th place boys game. It is Garden City now with a 57-47 lead over the Coronado Cougars. Still to come, it'll be the girls' championship at 2 o'clock over at the high school. It'll be well after 2 o'clock for Tonganoxie and Ottawa. And then also the boys' 3rd place game at 3:30, Scott City and Ottawa here in the college. And then the boys' championship will be Lawrence Free State and Hugoton here in the final day of the Roundball Classic. On the girls' side, Scott City and Lakin meeting up for the 51st time, make that 52nd time in series history. Scott City does lead the series 29-22. Played every year from 88 to about 2024, but coming back together here on this one. Scott City had an 8-game win streak until 2 years ago when Lakin hit a last-second three to win 41-38 over Scott City. That was in Lakin. But this is a team that's coached by J.C. Holloway in his 5th season, the ex-Iowa State Cyclone and former Garden City High School boys basketball coach. He has a pretty good crew, a very veteran team with pretty good veteran experience on the court. A team that went 10-11 a year ago, lost to Beloit in the sub-state first round, but they're going to be relying on their 6'1 junior Aaron Michaelis, also Jordan McCombs, pretty solid as well, and also Mari Esquivel, a 5'3 senior. Those 2 seniors, McCombs and Esquivel, as well as Aaron Michaelis, the junior, in the post there for the Lakin Lady Bronx. Team that's 2-1 on the year with a big win over Wallace County to open up the season. Lost to Ottawa, who's in the finals, 62-40, and then down Coronado yesterday afternoon, 61-31. They open up their league play on Tuesday at Sublette. Then they have Dodge City to close the Christmas break, and then Garden City right out of the gates. Scott City after today, they will go to Goodland on Tuesday, host Holcomb next Friday, and then they have a little bit of a hiatus here. So that's the way things look. Lady Beavers were down 15 early in the 3rd quarter, came back and won at 56-52, did not lead until the final 12 seconds of the ball game, and it was a great comeback effort yesterday for the Lady Beavers in that victory by 4 over the Lady Firebirds of Lawrence Free State. So we should be in for a good one here this afternoon. I think the teams are pretty even, but Scott City did it well with Piper Fox and Peyton Gentry, and Chris Irvin leading the way with 15 for Gentry, a career high for her, 18 and 9 for Piper Fox. All right. As it was Peyton Gentry 15, Piper Fox 18 and 9, and Chris Irvin of the season high 11. Let's get to your starting lineups for the Scott City and Lakin Lady Bronx. Starting lineups once again today presented by Security State Bank. For Lakin, they're the visitors on the scoreboard, coached by J.C. Holloway in his 5th season, 47-40 at Lakin. Assisted by Kurt Leader to be Amari Esquivel, a 5'3 senior. Also, I believe it's going to be Tegan Oldham, Kaya Beimer, a freshman. Also, Jordan McCombs, a senior. Aaron Michaelis, a 6'1 junior. And get the 5th starter here. That's going to be mentioned McCombs there. So they had Amari Esquivel, Jordan McCombs, Also, Sydney Holloway, a freshman, or correction, Tavery Loman Fuller Jr., Lilia Villa, and also Aaron Michaelis, a 6'1 senior. So I'll get this right. Mark Esquivel, Jordan McCombs, Tavery Loman Fuller, Lilia Villa, and Aaron Michaelis, the starting 5 for the Lake and Lady Bronx. For the Scott City Lady Beavers, coached by Justin Froh in his second season, assisted by Tricia Good and Matt Fox. Starting for Scott City, Peyton Gentry, the 5'9 junior, Piper Fox, the 6' senior, Valeria Castillo, 5'5 senior, Chris Irvin, a 5'6 senior, and Kaylee Felker, a 5'6 senior. So we're already getting going here. We'll get keys to the game as we go on through here. Scott City in their home white uniforms here this afternoon with the navy numbers and letters and lighter blue trim. Lakin in their road purple tops with the white numbers, letters, and gold trim. It's Lakin winning the tap into Michaelis right away. Shot no. Rebound underneath. Ripped away by Valeria Castillo through some contact. And it's still loose and then picked up by Michaelis. And the layup is good for McCombs. So 2-0 is your score here. We've played 20 seconds here. Scott City on the other end for the first time here this afternoon. And here's a shot up by Valeria Castillo, ties it up at 2 with 7:31 to go, first period of play. Castillo ties the game up at 2. She matches her point total from yesterday as we've played nearly a minute here inside Conestoga Arena. Lady Beavers looking to get to 500 before a rugged league schedule next week with Goodland and Holcomb on the horizon. A deep 2 launched wide left for Villa. Rebound fought for, and it's into the hands of Chris Irvin on the backside for Scott City. 2-2 your score. We've played a minute. Lady Beavers in the front court to my left here. Up top, it's Chris Irvin. Irvin holds it now. We'll put it on the floor a couple of times. Uses it up. Finds Piper Fox. Nice give and go to Irvin. Splits the defenders. Goes up and draws the contact. It'll be, I believe, just a foul on the floor. That foul will be charged to Lilia Villa. That's her first. Ball game's first foul with 6:51 to go opening period. New 35 on the shot clock. They don't announce the fouls here in the college. Just watching the previous 2 games. Then it goes to Kaylee Felker. Jumper a little strong. Piper Fox will track down the backside board, and Scott City will have another opportunity here. Tied at 2. 25 to shoot. Colby Johnson, Vern Kisner, and Riley Cook, your officials here this afternoon. And a whistle, and they're going to get a travel on that. Second Scott City turnover here in the first 90 seconds of the ball game. Scott City will apply some full court pressure here on the Lady Bronx. It'll be McCombs, the senior, to inbound it in, does so to Aaron Michaelis. Michaelis back to McCombs, crosses over a dribble, will take it into the front court. Spin move out high. McCombs still with the dribble, guarded by Castillo. Goes high right to Lilia Villa. Villa with it. 6:18 to go first quarter. Deadlocked at 2. Up top now to Jordan McCombs. McCombs with it here. Sling it over left to Esquivel. 15 to shoot up top to Loman Fuller. Now right side toward the block to Michelle. It's over Fox. Too strong on the rebound on the backside to Peyton Gentry for Scott City, who snares her first board. Good defense that time by Scott City. 5:55 to go first quarter, left side. It goes at the wing to Valeria Castillo, gets a screen, and she goes up top with it. Now left corner to Kaylee Felker. She'll drive left side, wrap around it, knocked out of bounds that time by Villa. 19 to shoot, 5:48 to go in the opening period. And it's going to be Lily Leitner coming in for the first time, the 5'10 junior for Valeria Castillo. 19 to shoot. Felker to get it right corner to Piper Fox, up top to Carissa Irvin. Tight man-to-man defense. Nice pass into Fox. Flashing and one as she gets the basket and one. Piper Fox makes this one a 4-2 Scott City advantage. 5:42 to work here in the opening frame. First lead change of the afternoon. Foul number 1 on Lakin, or 2 on Lakin. I believe that was on Aaron Michaelis. Fox at the line, 67% on the year. And that one sneaks off, and the rebound to Michaelis for the Lady Bronx. Scott City with an early 4-2 lead. 5.5 to go first quarter. Layup on the other, no, and a foul. And that'll send Jordan McCombs to the line for 2. The foul is on Kaylee Felker, her first. Not only do they not announce it, they don't post it on the scoreboards here. So you don't get it right away, you don't know who fouled. First free throw on the way is good for Jordan McCombs, a 5'3 senior. Breaks the mini 4-0 Scott City run. 5:36 to go here in the opening period. 4-3, here's your score. Second charity toss, crawling off, and Piper Fox collects her second rebound. Lady Beavers with a 1-point lead in the ball. 5.5 to go first frame. Irvin, bounce pass goes to her left. Goes up through contact and a foul. That'll be, I believe, on Michaelis, her second, and the team's third. So Michaelis, I believe that's her second foul. Team's third. Piper Fox back to the line. Looking to add her 2 points this afternoon, make her first free throw. And that one rims out. Still remain at 4-3. Second free throw coming here. It's up and that's good. She hits 1 out of 2. She has 3, and it's a 2-point game. A 5:24 to go here in the opening quarter. 5-3 Scott City lead. Lakin with the basketball. Jordan McCombs with it. They'll work it up top to Lilia Villa. Goes left to Michaelis out high. Guarded by Fox. Back up top. They'll swing it over right side to Mari Esquivel. Esquivel with it. Gets a screen as she goes to her left. Penetrates in the paint. Throws up a wild shot. 3 Lady Beavers in there to grab the board, and it was Gentry who did the honors. Scott City up by 2. 5 minutes to go first quarter. Gentry up top here goes to Chris Irvin. First time Scott City's led in the first quarter since game 1, and now a bad pass, and Scott City a steal. Third turnover as a layup by Michaelis. Spins up, but she almost got her in rebound. We're going to get the foul on Scott City. They'll say that's on Kaylee Felker. That's her second. And the team's second. And Tegan Oldham and Malaya Budd, a sophomore, pair of sophomores in for the first time for Lakin. 5-3 Scott City leads. 4:45, to go first quarter. Driving in, right wing now to Jordan McCombs. McCombs with it up top here. Swings it over left side to Tegan Oldham. Left wing to Lilia Villa. Villa, 20 to shoot, has the dribble up top, guarded by Peyton Gentry, goes right side to Oldham, now skips it up high left to McCombs. McCombs will drive and gets a strip going in, and it's picked up by Scott City's Peyton Gentry. Turnover number 1. Gentry lobs it left side, but knocked out of bounds by Amari Esquivel, and it'll stay Scott City ball with 30 to shoot. 2 Lady Beavers check in, Payson Campbell in for the first time, and Valeria Castillo returns the lineup. Krista Irvin and Lily Leitner take a seat. I'm guessing maybe just one foul on Felker because she's still in the game. They don't announce the foul, so it's kind of tough here. You don't see them singling it right away. Nice cut. Here's going up, and Fox will get 2 free throws. That foul is on Villa, and now that's her second. And already 4 fouls on Lakin here in the first quarter. With 4:12 to go, and they don't put them up on the board either. So it reminds me of the state state tournament a few years ago as Fox hits the first free throw about 10, 11 years ago when it was at the Hartman Arena. Wisconsin City leads 6-3. They didn't have a place on the scoreboard where they put fouls, and the officials where they put the announcers were on the opposite side of where the announcers were, and so you had to guess. 7-3 as we're at the 4:10 mark of the first quarter. Scott City's lead up to 4. Fox has hit her last 3 free throws. She's now 2 of 5 at the line and has the team high 5 points. A 3 out high, clanked off that time for Escobar. Rebound, Scott City has it. Midway mark of this first quarter. 7-3 Scott City. Campbell goes right. She can't get it, but the rebound for Fox is good as she cleans it up. She has 7 points and 3 boards, and it's 9-3 Scott City on a 5-0 run. 3:43 to go first quarter. Lady Beavers up by half a dozen. Lakin with the basketball up top. Jordan McCombs left side. It goes to Amari Esquivel around the screen. Almost walked with it. Now they'll work it over right corner to McCombs. McCombs goes around the screen. Now will drive into the paint. Shot up. No. Might have been partially blocked. Rebound to Piper Fox. Already has 4 rebounds here in this first quarter. Scott City looking to add to their 6-point lead with 3:18 to go here in the opening quarter. 9-3. Right side it goes to Kaylee Felker. Felker into Campbell. Lays it up. And she's finally on the board in her varsity career. Her first 2. 11-3 timeout for the Lakin Bronx with 3:08 to go first quarter. It is a 30-second timeout, and Scott City has an 11-3 lead. Basketball this afternoon is brought to you by American Implement, B&H Paving, Bartlett Grain, Beaver Creek Feeders, Beavertown FFL Beef burning farm shells, flowers, and more. Circle C Farms, Clint's Diesel Repair, Decal Bear, Elevate You, LLC, Farm Bureau Financial Services, and Hugh and Berta Benz and Fairleigh Companies. I want to go back to our keys to the game. I didn't get a chance to mention those here. Those are presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout. The keys for Scott City here this afternoon, I think, being able to attack with some size underneath, once again, similar to Thursday, that Scott City's going to be facing with Michaelis and Lakin underneath. Another key for Scott City, I think, this afternoon is bring the energy. And they've done that so far. They're on a 7-0 run over the last 2 minutes and lead at 11-3. At the 3-minute mark of the first quarter. Out of the Lakin 30-second timeout. Left side is Kate Miller in for the first time. She's a freshman. Right wing is Tegan Oldham. Back up top. It'll go to Amari Esquivel. Those are left here. Here's Miller penetrating the paint. Now to McCombs. Under 3 to go first quarter. 15 to shoot. At the 2:45 mark now. Miller looking to drive in. Her shot blocked that time, but the rebound follow-up no through some contact. And we're going to have a fight underneath. It's going to be a tie-up. It'll be Lakin basketball on the possession arrow. Also in there is Malia Budd, as I mentioned. And out is going to be Esquivel. 6 to shoot here for Lakin. Here with 2:38 to go in the opening stanza. They'll get it underneath behind Felker. She goes up, and I think that might be her third foul. I have no idea how many fouls she has, but I know that's at least 2. Okay, it is her second. Team foul number 3. 2 free throws coming up here for Malia Budd, and her first free throw is nothing but net. Breaks the 7-0 Scott City run, 11-4. 2:36 to go first quarter. Is in the lineup as Chris Irvin to replace Kaylee Felker. So it is her second foul. Don't know who the other foul earlier in the game was on Scott City. They have 3 in the period. 4 on Lakin. Second free throw off the back iron, and the rebound. Piper Fox already with another rebound. Scott City owning the glass here in this first quarter in a pretty big way. Gentry with it out high. 2:25 first quarter. 11-4 Scott City lead in the basketball. Irvin with it, finds a cutter. Payson Campbell up top. She'll launch one from way downtown. That one no, but follows up her own long rebound and then gets it over to Castillo, 30 to shoot. Now skipping around up top now. Gentry will launch a triple. Too strong. Rebound ripped away by Lakin, and almost a foul there on Scott City. A couple good looks from downtown, but the Lady Beavers unable to connect here. As a 3 on the other side, too strong for Kate Miller, and the rebound to Valeria Castillo for Scott City. Castillo with their second board. We're down to win at 48 here in the first quarter. 11-4 lead for the Lady Beavers. Scott City the ball. Pass behind Fox, but right there's Campbell. Then gets it to Gentry toward the right baseline. And it goes to Campbell. Backs her way in. Goes to right. Tough shot through some contact. Can't get it to go on the rebound in the hands of Tegan Oldham for Lakin. Minute 30 to go in the opening frame. Up top it'll go to McCombs, right wing to Tegan Oldham. Now back up top to Tabry Lohman Fuller, who's back in the lineup for Lakin. Off a screen out high, Kate Miller. Guarded by Irvin, goes left to Jordan McCombs. McCombs will reset. 15 to shoot for the Lady Bronx with a minute 14 to go in the opening quarter. Out high right, it goes to Tegan Oldham. And now left wing with it here is underneath, shot up good and one for Malia Budd. She has her third points, 11-6, 1:06 to go first quarter. They're going to get that foul on Payson Campbell. That'll be her first. Scott City now with 14 fouls. Is Lily Leitner in for Scott City for Payson Campbell. And Erin Michaelis in for Tegan Oldham. It's 11-6 Lakin trailing at the line with Budd, who just hit 1 out of 2 moments ago. And the free throw is good. And Lady Bronx with the last 4 points, all by the sophomore off the bench, 11-7. Final minute of this first quarter. Gentry with it. Some full court pressure by Lakin, but Gentry takes it right sideline in the front court. She may almost take this one all the way. She will. Shot is blocked. Rebound underneath is Leitner to clean it up. No, the rebound to Michaelis. And here comes Lakin quickly back the other way, looking out of their 4-0 run. 45 seconds to work first quarter. There's plenty of time between game clock and shot clock, about 18 seconds. Up top, Michaelis swings it over right side. Here's Kate Miller. Goes around, pulls up from the left elbow, and knocks it down. Her first basket, a 6-0 Lakin run, has them back to within 2. 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. Scott City needs to get it across here. 20 seconds to work first quarter. Peyton Gentry. Oh, she throws it away. Well, it's deflected, still loose. It's a hot potato, and Lakin ends up with it. That's Scott City's 4th turnover. 13 seconds to go first quarter. Lady Beavers now stripped. Oh, they're going to get a push, I think, on Castile first. Right in front of me, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up for Lakin here with a chance to tie. They're going to get Castile with their first, I believe. 2 free throws for Jordan McCombs, who's 1 out of 2 at the line, and Lakin an opportunity to tie this game up here with 9.7 to go first quarter. First to 2 charity tosses is good. 11-10. Lakin on a 7-0 run over the last 2 minutes. Scott City has not scored in the last 3 minutes. Seventh free throw attempted by Lakin, and it's good, and it's tied at 11 with 9.7 in is going to be Amari Esquivel to replace Jordan McCombs, who now has 6 of their 11 points. She's 4 of 4 at the line, or make that 3 of 4 at the line. And now Scott City throws it away. Back-to-back turnovers, 4 seconds, intercepted by Gentry. And then she gets fouled with 1.6, and Scott City, out of all that, has a chance to take the lead. And that's on Michaelis. I believe that's her second. Don't know. But nonetheless, Scott City with the opportunity to get some free throws here late first quarter to retake the lead. Gentry, 64% free throw shooter. That was team foul number 5. So Michaelis in some foul trouble. Free throw crawls off. Scott City is now 2 of 6 in the line in the first quarter. Lakin is 5 of 7. We're tied at 11. And Gentry cannot get that one. Rebound, Leitner. And up top, here's Irvin for 3. Yes! Right at the first quarter horn sounds. Leitner with the second offensive board. Kicks it out for the assist to Irvin. And Scott City leads at 14-11 after 1 period of play. We'll step aside for a 1-minute break for the second quarter. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Fairleigh Feed Yard is dedicated to investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current beavers and individuals that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairleigh Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
Great things are happening at Scott County Hospital. Our team now includes 5 family physicians and 9 advanced practitioners, ready to care for you and your family right here in Southwest Kansas. We're taking new patients, including OB care, and we're here for every stage of life, from welcoming your newest addition to supporting you as you age. Professional, friendly, and close to home. Call Scott County Clinic today. Scott County Hospital, caring for our community because we're part of it.
Your custom cattle feeder. That's Fairleigh Feed Yard of Scott City.
Second quarter, it'll be Scott City's basketball, so they have an opportunity to double dip there with a 3 at the end of the first quarter by Irvin to break the 11-all tie, 14-11. It'll be their ball to begin the second quarter. Inbounded into Lily Leitner. She'll hold it, and now up top to Valeria Castillo, who I believe has 2 fouls, as well as Kaylee Felker. And now with it is Fox up top to Leitner, left wing, 7:45 to work first half. Gentry kicks it out to Castillo, out high to Irvin for another 3. That one short, as it'll go out of bounds. It'll belong to the Lady Bronx. 14-11 is your score. As we are into the opening stages of this second quarter of play, and first trip for Lakin with the basketball. Bud, now over high right, it goes to Kate Miller. She'll drive in the lane, kicks it left corner to McCombs, pulls up left baseline jumper. Sure, oh no, it crawled in. She has 8 of their 13 points, 7:15 to go first half of play. And now Scott City turns the ball over for the 6th time. Lakin with the ball. They're on an 8 to make that a 10-3 run over the last 3 minutes. And they're going to travel. That'll be the 5th Lakin Bronx turnover. Kaylee Felker, Payson Campbell back into the Scott City lineup. And for Lakin is Tegan Oldham. 14-13 Scott City lead is at 1 here. We're just underway here in first minute of this second quarter. Scott City was 5 of 12 from the floor in that first quarter. Lakin was 3 of 10. And now a trap out high, but out of it is Scott City. Kaylee Felker trying to find Pace and Campbell, deflected in the steal. Scott City with back-to-back turnovers here. 6:45 to go first half. Lakeland with another opportunity to reclaim the lead here. 14-13. Then Chris Irvin steals it. 6th Bronc turnover. Now bounce pass to Felker. Coach Justin Froh telling his team to slow down here. And they do just that. And to Campbell in the foul line. Castillo up top, drives to her left. Now goes left to Krista Irvin, 18 to shoot. Up top to Kaylee Felker. Scott City tries to reset. Lakin stays man-to-man. Left side it goes. 10 to shoot. Up top to Fox. Now trying to get into high-low to Campbell. Catches it, goes up. Can't get it, but she is fouled. That'll be a foul on Jordan McCombs. I believe it's her first, but it's the first team foul in Lakin in the second quarter. 6:08 to go, second quarter. 2 free throws coming up here for Campbell. She was 0 for 2 at the line yesterday, and she can't hit that one. Scott City really struggling at the line. 3 of 8. Sydney Holloway, a freshman, in for the first time. Replaced McCombs, and I believe she has 2 fouls. Lilia Villa has 2. Aaron Michaelis has 2, and I believe McCombs has 2 for Lakin. 14-13. Scott City needs to start knocking down some free throws, and Campbell cannot. And a fight for the rebound is they're going to get a foul, says Riley Cook. That'll be on Piper Fox. That'll be her first. Team foul number 1 of this period. And Scott City needs to start knocking down some free throws. They could come back and haunt them. They're only up by 1, and now just 3 of 9 from the line. Lakin is 5 of 7 here, 2 minutes into the second quarter. The Bronx with the only basket of the period, driving into the foul line, pulling up, jumper for Holloway, no. Rebound underneath, Esquivel gets it, and Lakin with another opportunity here, down 1. 5:50 to go, second quarter. Right side, it goes at the wing here to Sydney Holloway. Of course, the daughter of J.C. Holloway, freshman there. 20 to shoot for Lakin, pulling up, mid-range left side, off to the right. Rebound, Payson Campbell gets her second board. Here comes Scott City back the other way with a 1-point lead, 14-13. 5:25 to go first half. The offense has been cold here as of late for Scott City. They only have 1 basket in the last 5.5 minutes. Irvin backside to Kaylee Felker. Goes up and she is fouled, and she'll get 2 free throws. Good job by Irvin, seeing Felker kind of flash to the basket there. They're going to get that on Tabry Lohman Fuller. That's her first, team second of the period. And 2 free throws for Felker, where she's looking for her first free throw of the year. And yesterday she got her first points of the season. First free throw for Felker is good. And it's now 15-13 as back in is Peyton Gentry for Payson Campbell. 5:17 to go first half. Also in for Lakin is Abrielle Yakel, a sophomore. Second free throw coming up. They say she went over the line. Did Felker, so it'll belong to Lakin. Scott City with a 2-point lead. $5:15 here in the second quarter. Scott City up by 2. Lakin with the basketball at 15-13. Pulling up deep 2 for the tie. Rainbow shot no for Holloway. And Scott City clears the boards. Here's Gentry. She's going to bring it across. Already 10th defensive board, too far underneath the basket for Piper Fox, and makes a heady move as she's falling out of bounds. Knocks it off a Lakin Lady Bronc as Malia Budd checks in for Sydney Holloway. 27 to shoot for Scott City. They'll kick it in here, left side. This is Irvin. She'll drive in. Her runner in the lane, too strong. Rebound ripped away by Yakel. And here comes Lady Bronx the other way. Scott City, no field goal since the end of the first quarter. They have only one in the last 6.5 minutes. 4:40 to work first half, off a screen up top. Here's Miller, pulls up and what? They're going to get a foul on Scott City. They're going to get that on Fox, and that's her second. Team second on Scott City in this period. So Leitner will have to check in for Fox. Scott City also battling some foul trouble with Felker with 2 and Fox with 2. Now, 2 free throws for Kate Miller, who has 2 points. Lakin's first trip to the line this second quarter. First of 2 is good. It's 15-14. They are now 6 of 8 at the line. As Leitner in to replace Fox. Second free throw coming up here. And for the tie, no. Rebound, Peyton Gentry. Scott City has been boarding well here in this first half. They have a 1-point lead, but need to get the offense going again. And it goes to Lightner, a little high for her, and Scott City commits turnover number 8. Lakin with the run out. And Amari Escobar will just step back with her feet on the line. Can't get the 2. Rebound, Lightner, great box out for Scott City. Grabs her 3rd board. Here's Scott City back the other way. Nearing the midway mark of the second quarter, Irvin right side. She'll drive in, bounce past to Lightner, who doesn't see it coming right away. And back-to-back Scott City turnovers are 9th of the half. 4:04 to go second quarter. It's 15-14 Scott City. Not a lot of offense either side. 1 point for Scott City and 3 for Lakin. 3:55 to work first half. Escobar with it up top to Oldham, and now around the screen. Here's Miller. Kicks it out high to Escobar. 15 to shoot as she resets. Flips it over to her left to Oldham. Oldham holds it off a screen up top. It goes to Yakel. Yakel now right side to Escobar. Here's a 3 straight away. And it bounces off, but rebound underneath, and the throw up, no. Rebound, Lightner trying to wrestle it away. They're going to get a tie up. It'll still be Lakin basketball on the possession arrow. Back into the Bronc lineup is Sydney Holloway. We got a full timeout taken by Scott City. 3:33 to go second quarter. It's Scott City 15, Lakin 14. Back in a minute. This is Lady Beaver basketball.
jrcarandtruck.com.
3:33 to go first half. It is Scott City 15, Lakin 14, and out of the timeout taken by Scott City's coach Justin Froh. Lakin with the basketball. Ball fake that time by Esquivel. She'll dribble it back up top. Plenty of time for the Lady Broncs to shoot here. 25 now with Sydney Holloway back working around the horn left side to Oldham. Oldham now at the elbow left to Bud, and a whistle, and we got a push on Scott City. That's their 13th foul of the quarter, says Vern Kisner. They're going to get Valeria Castile with her second, so she joins the 2-foul party. 3rd foul on Scott City this quarter, 2 on Lakin, and they get another 35 to shoot. 3:17 to go. Lily Villa, Jordan McCombs, and Aaron Michaelis all with 2 fouls for Lakin as well. So both teams really with some of their high scorers and veterans in foul trouble in this first half. Ball deflected. Kaylee Felker steals it, knocks it off the Lady Bronc, and forces the turnover. Good hustle by Felker in the corner right in front of the Scott City bench, and it'll be turnover number 7 on Lakin. We're at the 3-minute mark before intermission. 1 point Scott City lead. We've been stuck here for 90 seconds. Scott City has not had a field goal in 5 minutes. They're trying to end it here. Now Castile with it to Chris Irvin. She'll try to end that drought, and she will not. The rebound backside, Castile pull it back out with her 3rd board. Scott City will reset, and now Castile loses it but picks it back up. 1 dribble back, 25 to shoot. Irvin trying to look in, finds Peyton Gentry. She'll drive in strong, get stuff going up, but it'll still be Scott City's ball in the possession arrow with 19 to shoot, as in it'll be Tabry Lohman-Fuller for Lakin. She'll replace Abrielle Yankel. 19 to shoot, 2:32 to go first half. 15-14 is your score. Scott City without a field goal here in this second quarter. Now Irvin once again with a try to end that, and she does. He drains a 3 out high, 18-14. 2:24 to go first half, and she has 6 points on a pair of triples. Now they get a trap out high. One Lady Beaver gets knocked down. They let it play through, and now pull up from 17 left side. Too strong. Last touch by Lakin, they'll say. That was put up over on the left side by, I believe that was Oldham. It'll belong to Scott City. He's in for the first time as Maggie Heineman, the 5'6 junior. She'll be in for Valeria Castillo Lake, and subs back in Kate Miller for Sydney Holloway. Lakin applied some full court pressure here with 2:11 to go second quarter. 18-14 Scott City lead is at 4 with the ball. Peyton Gentry surveys, now gets in the middle to Felker, deflected, but picks it back up as she takes it right side, trying to lob it in, throws it away for Scott City's 10th turnover. 2 minutes to go. Here's Lakin quickly back the other way, behind out to Esquivel. She'll pull up to the foul line, right side, now bullet pass in. And now up top to Esquivel with 20 to shoot. Minute 50 to go second quarter. Here's a three for Kate Miller, rimming in and out, and the rebound to Kaylee Felker, grabs her first rebound of the afternoon. 18-14 Scott City lead is at 4. They've led by as many as 8. Minute 38 to go first half. I think both teams right now, of course, day 3 of this Roundball Classic. Fatigue setting in. I think both are just kind of in survival mode right now. Irvin for another 3. That one on target, but got her own rebound as she tries to go up and draws the foul underneath. Says Colby Johnson. They're going to get Amari Esquivel with her first. Team's third of the quarter as Piper Fox is going to check back in. And now Valeria Castillo checks back in. Scott City rolling the dice as Irvin exits with all 3 of their players with 2 fouls. Felker, Castillo, and Fox out there. New 35 on the shot clock. Both teams with 3 fouls in the quarter. Heineman now to Peyton Gentry. She'll pull up for a deep 2, wide right. Rebound right there as Heineman goes up, gets it stripped as she wanted to go up. But it'll be out of bounds. Scott City, 2 seconds off the shot clock. Minute 18 to go first half. 4-point Scott City lead. Castillo will try right corner. 3, she buries it! Her second 3 of the year. Scott City with 3.5 then lead. 21-14, 1:08 to go first half. Scott City with back-to-back triples to separate themselves a little bit from the Lady Bronx. Now driving in, and we got a shot high up, too strong. Rebound into the hands of Heineman. That was put up by Bud. Heineman with that second board in transition. Scott City pulls it up. 50 seconds up top to Kaylee Felker. Swing it over left side to Castillo. Skips it to Gentry right side for a 3. Too strong. Long rebound. Castillo with it. Now to Felker. She'll penetrate. Pivot. Gets it to Fox. She'll go to her left and spank it home. Her 8th point. 23-14. Scott City's largest lead. 34 seconds to go first half. Shot clock off. And the Lady Beavers will get the ball back as Lakin has an unforced turnover. That is their 8th of the half. Scott City with their largest lead on an 8-0 run over the last 2 minutes. Lakin has not scored in 4 minutes as well. They had ample opportunities to take the lead when Scott City led just by 1. 20 seconds to go first half. Let's see if Scott City's patient with the ball. The shot clock is off. 18 seconds into Fox. She'll lay it up and leaves it short. Rebound ripped away by Felker. She tries to go up and she is fouled. Scott City crashing the boards hard in this first half. They have dominated the glass about 20-8. Team foul number 4 on Lakin. And 2 free throws for Felker with 13.7 to go first half. She has 1 point, make it 2. 24-14. Payson Campbell will check in for Piper Fox. Also Chris Irvin to check in. Also in Sydney Holloway. Actually, Irvin will check in if Felker hits his second free throw. Esquivel exits. I think that was her foul. That's her second. Second free throw, no, but rebound. Gentry goes up, stuffed. And it'll be Lady Beaver basketball with 11.4 to go before halftime. But Scott City, it's not even been a match on the glass here in the first half. They have owned the boards, and they have a 10-point lead here at 24-14. And Chris Irvin right baseline with 10 seconds, needs help, finds it out high to Heineman with 7, with 6. Luza picked up by Gentry, 5, 4. Gentry will penetrate, drives in, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Peyton Gentry. That'll be her first and the team's 4th with 2.1 to go first half. So it is our first. We got that confirmed by the statistician crew for Scott City's bench. And Lakin will throw it away, but that's the end of your first half. 24-14, Scott City is up by 10 here at the break over the Lakin Lady Bronx. We're going to keep it here momentarily here. We're going to get Some first half stats for Scott City. 8 for Piper Fox here in the first half. To lead Scott City, 6 for Carissa Irvin, 2 for Payson Campbell, 5 for Valeria Castillo. That's a new career high for her. 2 for Kaylee Felker, and that's a scoring for Scott City. For Lake and McCombs with 8. Also 4 from Malia Budd. Michaela scoreless. 2 for Kate Miller. As also that's your scoring here in the first half. We'll take a lengthy timeout. We'll come back for first half stats and more. This is Beaver basketball.
You can purchase.
BBN is sponsored by Vogelmore Family Farms, Western State Bank, Scott Co-op, Scott County Hospital, Chaplain Real Estate, State Farm, White's Food Liner, Backyard Blooms and Garden Center.
Are you struggling with low energy or just not feeling like yourself? Do you need to make time for self-care and rejuvenation? Come see us at Elevate You. Elevate You is a hometown medical spa that offers a relaxing environment. We offer aesthetics such as Botox and are your comprehensive source for lab draws, injectable and IV therapies, weight loss consultation, and hormone treatment for men and women. Elevate yourself and set up an appointment today with Elevate You. Located at 105 West 11th Street in Scott City. Text or call 872-7675.
Important safety message brought to you by Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
The Scott Recreation Commission invites you to come get fit in their fitness center, no matter what your focus is. The Scott Recreation Commission features a wide variety of fitness activities, including free weights and cardio. With an affordable membership, you're able to access not only the fitness area, but also group fitness classes. Find out your workout opportunities at the Scott Recreation Commission Fitness Center, 912 Jefferson Street in Scott City. You can also sign up online at scottrec.org.
It's time for the Precision Ag and Seed.
BBN is brought to you by Ag Management Services, All-in-One Wash, B&H Paving, First National Bank, HRC Feed Yards, JNR, Next Tech Wireless, Pioneer Communications, Red Barn Enterprises.
The dedicated team at Norder Supply is passionate about assisting our customers in achieving maximum net return per acre. That is how we define our success. Through unparalleled agronomic advice and best-in-class customer service, you can depend on us to do what is best for your operation. Ask them today about their spot-on service and how it can fill your needs. Norder Supply. Plain talk, exceptional results.
0 of 3, so 4 of 20 for 20% unofficially. So they were ice cold from the floor. Did not score for the final 4:37 of the first half. Scott City went on a pretty lengthy field goal drought of about almost 6-7 minutes there in that first half. Actually, second quarter about 6 minutes, but before they hit their last few shots to take a 10-point lead going into the locker room at 24-14 here. So this is the fifth place girls game of the Roundball Classic. Tonganoxie leading 13-11 over Ottawa in the girls championship game late first quarter. Girls finals from earlier today. The seventh place girls game went to Lawrence Free State over Coronado 59-22. The third place girls game, Garden City over Hugoton 53-35. The boys' seventh place game went to Tonganoxie 85-71, and Garden City won the fifth place boys game. Did not get that written down. Over Coronado, I believe that was 67-57. I believe that was that final. But nonetheless, Scott City boys taking on the Ottawa Cyclones coming up here next. Scott City will be on the road on Tuesday night. They'll be at Goodland to take on the Cowboys and Cowgirls. Goodland is wrapping up their topside tip-off. The girls are in the championship game against Life Prep. The boys are in the third place game against Ulysses. And Lakin will head to Sublette on Tuesday night before hosting Dodge City on Friday next week. And Scott City will be at home against Holcomb next Friday night to wrap up their pre-Christmas slate. For Scott City in this third quarter to be their regular five with Valeria Castile, also Kaylee Felker, Piper Fox, Peyton Gentry, and Chris Irvin for Lakin. It'll be Mari Esquivel, Jordan McCombs, Lily Villa, Tabry Loman Fuller, and Aaron Michaelis. Michaelis, also McCombs and Villa each had 2 fouls. Shot up. Good job by Piper Fox altering the shot on Michaelis, and the rebound to Scott City's Gentry. Piper Fox, Valeria Castillo, Kaylee Felker each with 2 fouls apiece. 7:40 to go third quarter. Right corner it goes to Felker. Gets a screen as she goes to her left. Now finds it right through the hands, but picked up by Irvin. Bounces it into Fox. Gets position, goes up, and she has 10. 26-14. Scott City now on an 11-0 run in the ball game in the last 3 minutes. 7:25 to go third quarter. Their largest lead is at a dozen here. 2-1 Lakin, 1-2 Scott City. Left side, it goes over to Jordan McCombs. Now at the left block to Michaelis. Goes over for Fox. No, rebound Gentry on the backside. Scott City has really done a good job here as Fox in transition can't get it, but Gentry for the follow-up, and she's on the board. She cleans it up on the backside. 28-14, first minute of this third quarter. Gentry with 8 rebounds and her first basket of the afternoon. 6:50 to work third quarter. Amari Esquivel with it up top, and she gets it over to Jordan McCombs. Goes around right side, bounce pass to the right corner to Leah Villa. Now throw it up top with 15 to shoot. She'll drive in, McCombs, and she will bank it home. Her 10th point breaks a 13-0 Scott City run. 28-16, 6:35 to go here in the third stanza. First basket for Lakin in 6 minutes. Up top here is Castillo, goes left side. Lakin playing their man-to-man, driving into the rack as Irvin draws the contact and the foul. That'll be on Esquivel, and that's her third. She was in foul trouble as well in that first half. 2 free throws coming up here. First team foul of the period on Lakin. 6:20 here in the third quarter. 2 free throws for Irvin. First trip to the line there tonight, or this afternoon. That one rims in and out. Scott City continues to struggle a bit. The line now just 5 of 13 is going to be Kate Miller and Malaya Budd as Aaron Michaelis and also Mari Esquivel exit. Second free throw for Irvin. Missed them both. Trying to track down on rebound, and she does so in the right corner. Scott City out hustling Lakin to the ball that time. 6:14 to go third quarter. With the right side is Irvin. Finds foul line. Gentry, good for 2. She has 4. 30-16. 6:07 to go in the third period. So Scott City with another second chance opportunity basket here this afternoon. Their rebounding has been some of the best we've seen all year. Scott City goes to a 3-2 look. Left side, or short corner left to Tabry Loman Fuller. Up top now it's to McCombs. Penetrates and then goes to Budd. Up top, now working around left corner. It's Lilia Villa underneath. Nice cut to the basket by McCombs, and she scores it. She has 12. 30-18. She found a hole in the Scott City defense. 5:40 to go, third quarter. The teams have traded baskets so far here, and a three for Gentry, short, and the track down in the corner that time by Jordan McCombs for Lakin. 30-18 and a steal. Here's Piper Fox, finds left elbow extended from 17. No, that time for Valeria Castillo, and the rebound goes to Lakin. Lakin with it, down by a dozen. 5:15 to work, third quarter. They get it right block to Miller, and now it's Tabry Lohman Fuller back out high to Kate Miller, the freshman. Right baseline to Lohman Fuller. Ball almost deflected. Now driving in. Here's a runner, no, but a foul. Jordan McCombs will go to the line to shoot two. The foul will be charged to Piper Fox. That's her third foul with 5:04 to go, third quarter. So some foul trouble for both teams. 2 free throws coming up here for Jordan McCombs, the 5'3" senior. Knocks that one down. Lakin has a 3-0 run. They're to within 11. Lily Leitner in for Piper Fox, who is verbally committed to Tabor. She's going to sign on Tuesday. Second free throw for McCombs is good. Lakin now 7 of 11 at the line as they have 4 in a row. All 6 points of the third quarter by McCombs. She has 14, a game high, 30-20 Beavers. Under 5 to go, third quarter. Castile with it up top. Chris Irvin, she'll drive in, gets tripped up that time out high. That'll be on Jordan McCombs. That'll be her third foul. 4:52 to go, third period. Team foul number 2 on Lakin in this quarter. And so now, Esquivel and McCombs each with 3 fouls now for Lakin. Castile will throw it up top to Peyton Gentry. Gentry holds it, goes right corner to Kaylee Felker. And it goes right elbow. Leitner drives in, pulls up, can't get the bank shot to go. Then loose ball ripped away by Scott City. Good hustle that time by Leitner. Gentry at the foul line. The soft bounce off the front of the iron, and it drops in for a 6-point, 32-20. 4.5 to go, third quarter. Scott City with another second chance board, and they go push their lead back up to a dozen. They've led by as many as 14 in this game. Driving and strong to the rack, and a layup, no, and a foul. A reach-in foul will be on Krista Irvin. That'll be your first, I believe. Nope, they're going to get that on Kaylee Felker. That's her third foul as well. 4:22 to go, so now Felker and Fox each with 3 fouls. Both teams starting to rack up a lot of foul trouble. And 2 free throws for Lily Avila, the junior, coming up. Her first trip to the line this afternoon, knocks down the first, 32-21. Making her season debut is going to be Cammie Winderland, the 5'5" senior. Good to see her back out for basketball this year, as exiting will be Valeria Castillo. Second free throw is also good, and it's 32-22. 4:22 to go, third quarter. So Fox and Felker each with 3 fouls for Scott City as we're nearing the midway mark of this third quarter. Lead back down to 12 for Scott City. Driving in, right baseline. Winderland will launch a deep 2, hits the side of the backboard. Ripley on track down by Krista Irvin. Scott City with another offensive board here. And now Felker loses it, and they're going to get a tie-up, and that's going to be Scott City's ball in the possession arrow. Payson Campbell in for Kaylee Felker. 4:02 here in this third quarter. I'm going to reset the shot clock to 35. I'm going to say because it was loose possession and it's got a tie up there. Inbound in to Payson Campbell. Now to Peyton Gentry. Swings it around left to Krista Irvin. Irvin back to goes to Gentry. 3:55 to go, third quarter. Winderland in the right corner with it. Bounce past Leitner. Double teamed immediately. Back to Winderland. Now back it goes to Gentry. Swings it out high. Irvin now Campbell with 18 to shoot. Back it goes to Irvin. Puts it on the floor. Drives in and then gets tied up inside the foul line. And Scott City, is going to turn it over for the 13th time in the game. Little momentum back over on Lakin's side here. They have 6 of the last 8 points here with 3:38 to go third quarter at 32-22, and they can get it back to within single digits here. Lily Avila back in with it now, right baseline. Ball loose underneath. Lakin's going to lose it out of, they're going to say last touch by Scott City, beg your pardon. And back in will be Valeria Castillo, Piper Fox, and Cammie Winderland and Chris Irvin will exit. 20 to shoot. Now Aaron Michaelis returns back to the Lakin lineup. And that'll be Malaya Budd exiting. 32-22, 20 to shoot for Lakin. 3:26 to go here in the third. They'll throw it up top here to Kate Miller. Now Jordan McCombs will reset. Survey the defense. 10 to shoot now for Lakin as they play a weave up top. Here is McCombs. She's been the hot hand with 14. Gets a screen, pulls up from 17, leaves it short. Rebound wrestled away by Piper Fox, more so from her teammate than anybody else from Lakin. Lady Beavers up 10 as we're at the 3-minute mark of the third quarter, 32-22. Castile gets the ball, and now they go to a zone here with Michaelis running the top of that. They'll go over to Piper Fox, cutting in Leitner. Now back to Gentry for a college range three off the mark. And the rebound to Lily Avila, and she wants to race it into the front court. She's going to take this one all the way. She throws it over top of Gentry. She gets hit, and it hits the side of the backboard support. Gentry got kicked, and she was going as Avila went up for the shot out of bounds. It belonged to should belong to Scott City, shouldn't it? Gentry's okay. Felker in. Irvin back in. I guess they're going to say last touch by Scott City with 2:40 in. It goes to Michaelis, and she has her first 2 points of the afternoon with 2:35 to go third quarter, 32-24. Kaylee Felker with the backside. Here's Leitner, catches it. Bank shot, good. Good work that time. Assist Felker. Leitner on the board, 34-24. 2:21 to go third quarter, and a much-needed answer back as Lakin went on an 8-2 run over about a 3-minute stretch. 34-24. Sky City's led by as many as 14 in this game. It's at 10 right now. Michaelis line drives one, no. Rebound ripped away by Leitner. She gets her 5th board of the afternoon. Final 2 minutes of this third quarter. Scott City with a 10-point lead. Irvin with it up top. Slings it left baseline. Felker left baseline jumper from 12. No, mistimed on the jumper and the rebound. And here's Villa to run it across for Scott City in transition. Layup McCombs high off the glass, halfway in and out. So spins Zach Castillo with her 5th rebound. As Irvin trying to get her shoe back on, we're going to get a 30-second timeout. As Chris Irvin lost a tire, have to go get an exchange here, retire in the pit area with 1:39 to go third quarter. It's just a 30-second timeout here for Scott City. They lead 34-24. Basketball presented here this afternoon by First National Bank, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Neil Baker, Fro Heating and Cooling, Fro Ag Service, Fro Electric, Good Anesthesia and Pain Management Services, Great Western Tire, Deckmart Furniture and Appliance, High Choice Feeders, Ham Amy Farms, HRC Feed Yards, J&R Car and Truck, Janru Trucking. So Scott City with a 34-24 lead in the ball here with 1:39 to go third quarter. The girls' championship game right now, they're halfway through the second quarter. It is 22-19 for Ottawa over Tonganoxie. Those two league rivals battling some 5.5 hours away from home. All right, 1:39 to go, 29 on the shot clock here for Scott City out of the timeout. 34-24 is your score. Up top now, Valeria Castillo. She's trapped out high, and she gets it stolen away by Michaelis. Scott City with the turnover, and the layup by Michaelis is good. She has all 4 of her points in the quarter, 34-26. 1:24 to go third quarter, and that time Castillo made the mistake of turning her back on the trap there, and now Scott City with back-to-back turnovers and a foul. That's going to be the 4th foul on Piper Fox, and all of a sudden the momentum is starting to swing toward Lakin's favor here late third quarter with 1:14 to go. The turnover and the foul, the 3rd in the quarter on Scott City. It's an 8-point game. Fox exits with 10 points and now 4 fouls. Scott City applies some pressure in the backcourt. McCombs with it. We'll get it back over here to Villa. Now lead pass to Kate Miller. Miller will drive left side with a minute to go third quarter underneath. McCombs layup and one. Boy, Lakin now with the momentum here. 34-28 here. The foul will be charged to Lily Leitner first. Scott City with 4 fouls in the quarter with 1:01 to go third quarter. So Lakin has cut a 14-point margin to 6 here. Castillo exits as Peyton Gentry enters. Lakin will bring in Amari Esquivel for Kate Miller. So it's now 34-28. McCombs at the line. She has 16 this afternoon for Lakin. She's also 5 of 6 from the line. And make it 6 of 7. And it's now 34-29. This is a 13-4 run over the last 4-5 minutes for Lakin. Payson Campbell, a D2 strong rebound off of Scott City to be Lakin basketball. So a very quick possession. Scott City unable to reel in the board. And Lakin has a chance to cut the deficit a little more here late third quarter. 34-29, 50 seconds to work in the quarter. McCombs with it up top. She has 17 points to lead the Lady Broncs of Lakin this afternoon, 17 of their 29. Michaelis with it out high. Now ball deflected, and Gentry with a steal. Get our hand in the passing lane. She'll take it to the rack. Layup is good. That spins in. She has all 8 of her points in the third quarter, 36-29. 28 seconds to go third quarter. Shot clock is off. Lakin will go for the final possession, but a much-needed basket for Scott City to kind of squash some of the Lakin momentum here in the last few minutes. Esquivel right corner with it. Goes around, now flips it into Michaelis, standing flat-footed, bank shot too strong, loose ball. With 10 seconds, Lakin cracks it down the left corner by Oldham. And the layup blocked that time for McCombs as Gentry hits the deck hard. And she is in some pain here with 4.4 to go third quarter. Holding her left ankle now. Hopefully she's okay. They're going to get the trainer out there. They're going to send the teams to the bench here late third quarter. .4 to go third quarter. It's 36-29 Scott City. Gentry had been playing pretty well with 8 points in this third period. As the trainer is out there as well. Boys game to follow with Scott City and Ottawa. And she's up on her own, or limping here to the bench here. 4.4 seconds to go third period. She walks out on call here. So Valeria Castillo checking in for her. So here we go. Be back to action here. .4 here in the third. It'll be McCombs to inbound at Scott City with a 38-29 lead. Inbound in, stolen away by Felker with 2 seconds. That's told at 1 second, that'll be your quarter. Scott City will take a 38-29 lead into the final quarter of play. We'll come back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
Looking for a bank that puts you first? Welcome to Western State Bank, where customer service is a top priority. At Western,
see how different we are. As a locally owned independent regional company, we tailor the seed, fertility, and biological products we offer to your farm. Through the Max Yield system, we recommend locally tested solutions because your farm is more local than any set of data from anywhere else. Axis Seed Red Barn. Your farm, your future. That's our focus. The Max Yield system from Axis Seed Red Barn is your customized solution. By utilizing field-specific data, we help you eliminate stress and increase yield through seed, fertility, biological, and crop protection decisions. Our approach is focused on your farm and your future because as a locally owned business, our focus is on you.
On the farm, every decision matters. You wouldn't trust a doctor to give your family
and the community they serve. Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
It's a 38-29 Scott City leading the ball here to begin this fourth quarter. Scott City led unofficially. Piper Fox is 10, Peyton Gentry with 8. Gentry getting taped right now at the trainer's table in the corner. Felker double team, splits through it, drives in, bounce pass backside, knocked out of bounds. 22 to shoot, so good job by Felker getting out of a jam there. But Piper Fox also on the bench right now with 4 fouls for Scott City. She's the leading scorer this afternoon. And it goes to Lily Leitner. Turnaround bank shot too strong. A lot of contact. I'm going to say last touch by Scott City. And it'll go to the Lake and Lady Bronxes. They'll bring back in Lily Avila, the junior, to replace Tegan Oldham. 38-29, 7:42 remaining. Lakin's first possession of the basketball in this final quarter of play. Taking it across will be McComb. She's been big with 17 to lead all scorers here this afternoon. Esquivel goes right side. Malaya Budd. Now left baseline. Here's Vila. Throws a wild one up. Can't get it to go. And runs over Leitner, who'll commit the foul, her second. Team foul number 1 of the fourth quarter. And 2 free throws coming up for Vila, who's 1 out of 2 from the line. Lakin was 4 of 5 in that third quarter from the line. Nine for 14. They hit the first one, 38-30. And the second one also true for Vila. She has 3 points off from the line, 38-31. 7:24 to go. Ball knocked out of bounds. Still stays with Scott City. 1 second ticks off the game clock here. Lakin's going to apply some full court pressure. Scott City right now down 2 starters. Gentry trying to get taped. She may be done. They're putting ice on her left ankle. Her day's done. And Piper Fox is on the bench with 4 fouls. So 2 big starters for Scott City down right now. Fox on the bench with 4 fouls. Scott City's going to have to fight for this one here. Down 38-31, first minute of the fourth quarter. Up top, it's Lily Leitner trying to lob it into Campbell through double team. Ball knocked away and a turnover. Scott City forcing it a little bit, and Lakin with some momentum here. Down 7, 6:55 to go, and Scott City's going to roll the dice, send Piper Fox in lineup with 4 fouls. Next dead ball. Lob underneath. Oh, Campbell may have gotten away with the push. We're going to get a tie up, I believe. Yep, it'll be Lakin's ball in the possession arrow with 18 to shoot as Fox will return to the lineup and will replace Payson Campbell. 18 to shoot, 6:47 to go in the game. Trying to avoid 5 count. Now Esquivel will try a 3, and she knocks it down in the corner for her first points. Lakin's first 3 of the night. It's going to be 38-34. 6:35 to go. Hey, wrong team. Layup on the other, no for Fox, and the rebound goes to Lakin. 38-34. Here's driving in, and that's, hitting her head hard on the floor that time was Irvin, and as driving strong was Jordan McCombs. Irvin's okay, but McCombs also hurt as well, so now she limps. They're going to get the foul on Irvin, her first. Team second of the fourth quarter. Irvin okay, but now they're looking at Jordan McCombs, who took it strong to the rack here with 6:24 to go. And now Jordan McCombs, their leading scorer. She's going to be helped to the bench here. Hopefully she's okay as well. Then for Scott City is going to be Maggie Heineman. For Chris Irvin, who's going to get probably a quick breather. Two free throws coming up here for Kate Miller, the freshman, who checks in and will shoot the free throws. She has a couple points this afternoon. First free throw is good. Oh, it's 36-34. I was right initially. Now it's 36-35 with 6:24 to go. Some confusion on the scoreboard. So now it's a 1-point game. Second free throw is good, and we are all tied up for the third time. Lakin has come all the way back to tie this game up at 36. Timeout on the floor taken by Scott City. It's going to be a full with 6:24 to go. We'll come back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
basketball.
On the farm, every decision matters. You wouldn't trust a doctor to give your family a one-size-fits-all prescription, and seed shouldn't be one-size-fits-all either. At Circle C Farms, we've partnered with Bex, America's largest family-owned seed company serving farmers for 5 generations. With Bex, you get more than seed. You get commitment rewards, early order, and quantity discounts with flexible, low-rate financing options. Circle C Farms and Bex, family to family, growing the future together.
To see what the next 20 years bring. Now, get the latest smartphones on us. Next Tech Wireless, celebrating 20 years of connecting Kansans.
36. Okay, now they put 2 more points back up on the board for Scott City, 38-36 here. So getting everything readjusted here. Scott City actually leads by 2. 6:23 to go. We're back here in the Garden City Community College here out of the timeout. So I apologize for the confusion here. And now with it here is Heineman double team. Scott City down to 2 timeouts and a turnover as that time Villa with a steal. Scott City gets it right back. Good job by Valeria Castillo. Lakin's 11th turnover of the afternoon with 6 minutes to go. 38-36, Scott City is ahead by 2 with the ball. The Beavers are down to 2 timeouts left. They needed to, they just barely get it across to avoid the 10 count now. She steps out of bounds, does Castillo in a turnover. Irvin on the bench there, or on the sideline. Scott City already without Peyton Gentry out for the game, has ice on her ankle, and Scott City also with Payson Campbell in for Heineman. So all of a sudden Scott City's pretty beat up all of a sudden. Trying to survive this game, at least healthy. Lakin with the momentum after Scott City had built a 14-point lead in the first minute of the third quarter. Lakin to bring it across here. 38-36 your score. Kate Miller, swing it around right side, out high to Lily Avila underneath the right block, and a good defensive play by Lily Leitner is losing it as Tabry Lohman Fuller, and Lakin turns it over for the 12th time with 5:42 to go. Lakin has 4 timeouts left. Scott City has just 2, a full and a 30. With it is Kaylee Felker. Now Payson Campbell right baseline, back to Felker. Up top, here's Fox at the foul line. Hangs, shoots too strong. Rebound, Lakin with it in the hands of Bud. She'll push it across, or no, she'll slow it down to Tabry Lohman Fuller here with 5:23 to go. Lakin also has Jordan McCombs on the bench because of an injury as well. She was not able to shoot the free throws. They brought in Kate Miller, and she hit them both. That made it 38-36 about a minute and a half ago. 13 to shoot, bullet pass to the left block. It's Bud, goes up and a foul. That's on Felker, I believe. That'll be her 4th, if that's the case. And it is. So Felker with 4 and Fox with 4. 5:04 to go. 3 fouls already on Scott City in this. They have 5 on her? Oh, they give Felker her 5th foul. That should just be her 4th, I think, unofficially. We don't know. See, that's the problem why they need to announce the fouls and put them up on the scoreboard. Because everybody is confused when they don't do that. And now they have, by rule, they have to go to the official book here. My problem here with that is they need to put them up on the scoreboard or announce it. The PA announcer who's been announcing who checks in and stuff and who scores, they need to announce how many fouls they have so everybody is on track. Vern Kisner saying by rule, the book now she has 5. So Felker is going to be out of the game. So she'll exit with 2 points, 5:04 to go. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be rude about it, but it's just a common courtesy. And it's not hard to keep track if you're the PA announcer of how many fouls people have to let everybody know if you're not going to put them up on the scoreboard. 2 free throws coming up here for Malia Budd. She has 4 points unofficially this afternoon. First free throw up, and that's too strong. So you wanted to delay a little bit to get all the confusion out. Maybe iced her a little bit. Second free throw is good, and it's a 1-point game, 38-37. 5:04 to go. So Scott City down 2 starters for the game. Felker exits. Peyton Gentry's out for the game. Now Castillo's going to take it to the rack, and she goes up. Scott City cannot get a foul here in this fourth quarter as it goes out of bounds here with 4:53 to go, 25 to shoot. Inbound in, it goes to Piper Fox, and she gets tied up. It'll be Scott City's ball in the possession arrow. With 4:52 to go, Lakin with the first 8 points of the fourth quarter. Scott City yet to score. It's 38-37. Inbound in, deflected out by Payson Campbell. Stays with Scott City, 22 to shoot. Right now, I think everybody, it's the last game of the tournament. Everybody's a little cranky. Everybody's pretty fatigued, and it's just trying to gut it out here. Injuries have taken a toll for both sides. Inbound into Piper Fox. Foul trouble has taken a toll for the Lady Beavers. Up top it goes. Now 15 to shoot with Valeria Castillo. Castillo up top. They'll swing it around left side to Campbell. Into Lily Leitner, finds Piper Fox from the foul line, leaves it short in the rebound. Here's Villa, her fourth board here in the second half. And now Fox has to be careful. Oh, she does foul, and that's it for her. Oh, my goodness. 4:31 to go, and Piper Fox is on the deck now. Four fouls in the fourth quarter on Scott City, none on Lakin here. And now Piper Fox exit. Scott City is now down 4 starters here. Chris Irvin is being checked out on the bench. Peyton Gentry's out of the ball game. Kaylee Felker fouled out, and now Piper Fox is gone. Scott City's down 4 starters here with 4:31 to go. I don't know if I've seen anything like this. And so Fox is out with 10 points. And so basically, Scott City is playing pretty much with their second 5. Valeria Castillo is the only starter out on the court right now, as Fox will exit with 10 points. She hit the deck pretty hard. Canby Wenderlin will take her place with 4:31 to go. Basketball presented here by JF Beaver Advertising, Jackson Legal Group, Lebanon Lawn and Tree, Lone Tree Farms and Livestock, also Metzger Family Farms, Midwest Mixer, Miller Veterinary Clinic, Norder Supply, New Life Market, Pioneer Communications, Perfect Auto Detailing, Plain Jans, and Platinum H Insurance. The free throw was good, and Lakin has tied it up at 38 with 4:31 to go. Lilia Villa with 4 points, all from the line. We're tied for the third time at 38. Free throw number 2 is good, and Lakin with their first lead since the first quarter. Scott City down to just 1 starter left in the game. As Fox is now being looked at by a trainer. 39-38, Lakin up by 1. And it goes to Lily Leitner, catches it, goes to her right. Oh, we got a foul on Lakin, and a little Bronx cheer from the Scott City crowd here with 4:16 to go. The foul will be charged to Tabry Lohman Fuller, her second. New 35 on the shot clock with 4:16 to go. Inbound in. Oh, Leitner's out of bounds, off the inbounds. She did not see the line there, and that is turnover number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 18 on, or 17 on Scott City. So this is turned south in a hurry for Scott City in this second half. Only 1 starter left right now in the game with 4:05 to go. Lohman Fuller with it, drives in, pulls up, and gets the in and out. Rebound, it goes to Valeria Castillo. And a whistle and a foul on, a tie-up. And the possession arrow favors Lakin. Lakin wants a full time. It's a 30. We'll keep it right here with 3:59 to go. So in case you're just joining us, Scott City has had 2 players foul out. A mistake in the official scores book gave Felker an extra foul. She fouled out. Piper Fox fouled out 30 seconds ago. Chris Irvin is injured. Peyton Gentry is injured with ice on her ankle. Scott City only down to 1 starter left. Jordan McCombs, meanwhile, for Lakin is out for the Lady Bronx. Scott City is mainly in survival mode right now. They're down by 1, 39-38 with 3:59 to go. So, on that tie-up, which Scott City definitely did not like, the possession arrow favored the Lady Bronx, and they'll inbound it in, and here's a 3. Miller, good. She has 7, 42-38, 3:52 to go. Scott City has not scored since the final seconds of the third quarter. Cammie Wenderlin with it. Now in it goes. Lettner dumps it underneath. Heidemann, big shot, yes! Her first basket of the year, 42-40. She picked a good time for one. 3:35 to go, and that ends the bleeding for Scott City. They're down by 2 with 3.5 to go somehow. With only 1 starter available, Lakin almost throws it out. Malia Budd. And now here's Escobar trying to drive the right baseline. Wrap around left side. A 3 launched by Budd. No, rebound Leitner. And then we're going to get a tie-up. It'll be Scott City's ball in the possession arrow. So now Coach Justin Froh goes deeper into the bench here. And a season debut for Clara, a varsity debut as well for Clara Walkensdorfer, the 5'6" sophomore for Cammie Wenderlin. 42-40 Lakin, Scott City's ball with 3:16 to go. They'll get it in to Valeria Castillo. She's the only starter left for Scott City. Now trapped in the backcourt, finds Heidemann. She needs to get it across the 10-second line. Back to Castillo. She'll just get across, and she draws a foul. A bailout foul on Lily Avila. That is her 3rd, and the team's 2nd of the quarter with 3:07 to go. Fox is also being, as I mentioned, she fouled out. She's also being looked at by a trainer. 42-40 Lakin. They'll get it into Castillo. She gets harassed and now finds Wolkenstorfer into the front court. Now goes back with 2:58 to go, 15 to shoot. Bounce pass to Heinemann. Now goes to Leitner. She'll catch it. Ball deflected and a turnover. The 18th of the afternoon. Here's Lakin back the other way. Layup goes in. What a tough shot and one. How that snuck in for Villa, I do not know. It's 44-40 with 2:47 to go. The foul is on Leitner, her 3rd, the team's 5th of the quarter. I don't know how that snuck in for Villa, but she got it to go. 2:44 to go in the game. 44-40 Lake, and the free throw is rimming out, and the rebound to Valeria Castillo continues to be a rebounding machine for Scott City this year. And now almost double dribbled that time. It almost had it pinned against her leg. Now into Leitner, who's double teamed, and Scott City trying to force it. And then they call a travel on that. Oh, the team's straight turnovers here with 2:35 to go. So Clara Wolkenstorfer and Cammie Wenderlin, who have not seen any varsity play until today, are in the lineup. 35 to shoot for Scott City. Leitner now up top. Heinemann, she'll launch a 3. Oh, that one crawls off. Rebound. Leitner tried to rip it away. It's going to be a tie-up, and the possession arrow favors Lakin. Good hustle there, but a good look for Heinemann up top, who just got her first 2 varsity points of the year in this quarter. She has lone points for Scott City in this quarter. Payson Campbell also, now breakaway. Here's Armari Esquivel. 2-on-1 numbers, dishes underneath the whistle, and a travel. Good job that time played by Leitner on that 2-on-1 isolation, the 14th Lakin turnover. 2:24 to go. Lakin applies the full court pressure, up 44-40 on Scott City. Inbound in. Also with it here. Oh, bad pass and a turnover. And that is a walk there. Yep, things are getting pretty sloppy here as of late. 15th turnover on Lake and the 20th on Scott City with 2:18 to go. Your Scott City don't need to force it, just be smart with the basketball. Heineman to inbound it in. We'll get it into Leitner. Holds it and back to Heineman. Heineman will push it across. Castillo, the lone starter, left it for Scott City, and now for Wolkensdorfer. 2:09 to go now to Castillo. Scott City trails it by 4. They need to go here, 20 to shoot. Payson Campbell now up top. And Leitner has good position. She'll go in, and she is hacked hard by Tabry Lohman Fuller. That's her third. Team foul number 3 of the fourth quarter with 1:57 to go. And so Scott City with some opportunity here for some points without any time running off the clock. But the free throws have hurt them this afternoon. They are just 3 of 9 from the line. Free throw good. 44-41, 1:57 to go. If Scott City could pull this one out, it'd be the miracle of all miracles here. Second free throw coming up. It's a 2-point game. That was beautiful. Justin Froh will call a full timeout with 1:57 to go. We'll take a 1-minute break. 44-42 Lake, and this is Scott City basketball.
Two 5336.
44-42, Lake and Lady Bronx up by 2. They have the basketball out of the timeout. Scott City down to 1 timeout. Lakin down to 3. Minute 55 to go as Scott City applying full court pressure, and Coach J.C. Holloway will burn a 30-second timeout. Here with 1:53 to go, he should be down to 3 timeouts. I think it should be a full because they're out of 30s, but I could be wrong. Maybe they give him an extra 30. And here, of course, the boys' game to follow here with Scott City and Ottawa. It'll be the final game of the Roundball Classic in the Garden City Community College. The girls' championship game going on right now. They're late in third quarter at the high school. It's Ottawa 43, Tonganoxie 38. Tonganoxie rallied to beat Garden City in overtime last night to get to the finals. Ottawa in a shootout over Hugoton yesterday, 77-70. Garden City girls would beat Hugoton for third place. They would pull away in there in that second half. We're back to the action. Michaelis back in the lineup now. With it here is Kate Miller. Driving in, right baseline. A 17-footer is too strong, but the backside board, Lily Avila. And Lakin with another crack at Avila has grabbed a lot of boards here in this second half, especially 100 seconds to go. That was put up by Lohman Fuller. That was her first shot attempt in the official game. Here's up top, 20 to shoot, 90 seconds to go. Scott City already in the bonus. They've been there since the dawn of time. And shot blocked by Campbell. It's still loose. And, Scott City touched it there with 11 to shoot. 1:22 to go. So right now with freshman Payson Campbell, sophomore Claire Wolkensdorfer, senior Cammie Winderland. For those three especially, it is growing up moment. Oh, my. Tough break for Scott City as Michaelis will go to the line. Payson Campbell commits foul number 2. And 2 free throws coming up for the 6'1 junior Erin Michaelis, who's been limited to just 4 points this afternoon. Jordan McCombs has been out since, I think, early fourth quarter with an injury. Michaelis' free throw is bouncing in. Lakin has been good at the line. They have a 45-42 lead with 1:20 to go. But Scott City without Peyton Gentry, injured in the third quarter. Piper Fox fouled out. Kaylee Felker fouled out with 5 minutes to go. Second free throw, rims in and out, but rebound Lake, and they'll go up in another foul. Kate Miller got around Valeria Castillo, who commits her third foul with 1:19 to go. I mentioned Felker fouled out. Everybody thought she had just 4 fouls, but the official scorebook had her with 5. Chris Irvin got hurt. Free throw is good. It makes it 46-42 with 1:19 to go. She has 6 in this fourth quarter, 8 for the game, does the freshman. McCombs led the way with 17 this afternoon. Misses a free throw. Campbell with the rebound. Bounces it to Valeria Castillo. And on the floor it goes. And Walkensdorfer's fouled by Mari Esquivel. That's her 4th foul with 1:13 to go. So another 35 on the shot clock. 4-point Lakin lead, 46-42. Scott City trying to make a furious rally here, but growing up in a hurry and a miscommunication. Somehow Scott City does grab the ball. Castillo now, here's Walkenstorfer, drives right side, and now finds Castillo. Minute 5 to go, and she is fouled. It's a foul on the floor. That's Vila's 4th foul, but 2 free throws with 1:05 to go for Castillo, as that is team foul number 5 on Lakin in the fourth quarter. 5 points for Castillo on the first half. That's a new career high for the senior. The lone starter on the line in the lineup right now for Scott City. Injuries and foul outs, and a bizarre second half here. First of 2 free throws, clanks off. Lakin is 9 of 12 at the line in this fourth quarter, 18 of 26 for the game. Scott City continues their foul shooting woes, and Lakin does grab the loose ball, and they get a block on Payson Campbell. That'll be her 3rd. And we'll go back the other way for free throws. Campbell with her 3rd foul, 1:02 to go. Free throw is good. Who's at the line? Vila. They have her 5. Scott City bench has her at 5 fouls. She hits the free throw, 47-42. And timeout for Coach J.C. Holloway, 48-42. It's a full. Let's take a timeout as well. 1:02 to go, 48-42 Lakin with a 6-point lead. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
Fairleigh Feed Yard is dedicated to investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current beavers and individuals that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairleigh Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
Out of the timeout, 48-42 Lakin. Under a minute to go here in the game. Now right side, Payson Campbell launched it 2. Her feet are on the line, airballed backside board to Miller. And bringing it across will be Lilia Vila. Throws up a wild shot, no. 3 players collide and they let it play through. And now with it is Castillo here with 35 seconds to go into the front court. And then Michaelis pokes it from behind, and Lakin with another steal. 48-42 is your score. I'll be honest, Scott City's at full strength. Lakin's at full strength. This is a much better game as Scott City fouls with 15 seconds to go. .8. Castile with 4 fouls, I believe that was. Free throw is good. 49-42. Free throw is good for Villish. He has taken over this second half for Lakin. 3, 5, 6, 7 in this fourth quarter, 8 for the ball game. Shot clock is off. Free throw number 2 is short. Rebound Wolkenstorfer, but Michaelis grabbed it and goes up and is fouled. The foul on Lily Leitner, her 4th, we believe. 13.7 to go. 49-42 your score. Michaelis with 2 more free throws. She has 5 all in the second half. Scott City's done a good job on her. She can't get that one to go. Lady Beavers had a 28-14 lead in the first minute of the third quarter. Almost reversal of yesterday. She missed them both. Rebound to Claire Wolkenstorfer with 12 seconds to go. Scott City's going to fall to 1 and 3. With Goodland and Holcomb next week. And Heineman hits a left wing 3. She has a career high 5. 49-45, and that's going to pretty much run the timeout. And they're going to let it go. 49-45, your final. Lakin rallies to beat Scott City. Scott City falls here 49-45 to Lakin. Lady Beavers are now 2-2 on the year. Lakin, or 1-3, excuse me. Lakin improves to 3-1. Post-game coverage should begin in 3 minutes. This is Beaver basketball.
On the plains of western Kansas, where the sunsets gleam, stands our home, Scott High forever, students, friends, and teams. Hail to you, our alma mater, Beaver strong and true. Win or lose, we stand as one. Our hearts bleed white and blue.
Great things are happening at Scott County Hospital. Our team now includes 5 family physicians and 9 advanced practitioners, ready to care for you and your family right here in Southwest Kansas. We're taking new patients, including OB care, and we're here for every stage of life, from welcoming your newest addition to supporting you as you age. Professional, friendly, and close to home. Call Scott County Clinic today. Scott County Hospital, caring for our community because we're part of it.
Farm Bureau Financial Services, Farm Bureau agents Berta Benz and Hugh Benz in Scott City.
At American Implement, we believe that education and athletics play a crucial role in uplifting communities. Our commitment to supporting farmers aligns closely with the values of teamwork and resilience found in sports. By investing in local initiatives, we enhance individual lives and strengthen community bonds for a brighter future. American Implement, indebted to the past, committed to the future.
The dedicated team at Norder Supply is passionate about assisting our customers in achieving maximum net return per acre. That is how we define our success. Through unparalleled agronomic advice and best-in-class customer service, You can depend on us to do what is best for your operation. Ask them today about their spot-on service and how it can fill your needs. Norder Supply. Plain talk, exceptional results.
Great Western Tire of Scott City is available for tire repair and replacement, oil changes, tire rotation, balancing, alignment, and bulk fuel delivery to keep your equipment going. They also offer 24-hour emergency service calls. Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. At Deckmart, they offer a variety of quality furniture, including sofas, recliners, lift chairs, dining sets, bars, bar stools, mattresses, and more. They carry GE and Speed Queen appliances and are happy to quickly service what they sell with a local repairman. Great Western Tire and Deckmart Furniture and Appliances. Small-time friendliness with big city service and quality.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. Visit us online at scottcf.org.
But Lakin came back and won this game to get to 3-1 on the year. Post-game numbers look like this here. Boy, they're giving a short in-between games here. So we're going to rush this up. Piper Fox with 10 unofficially. 8 for Peyton Gentry. She went out with an injury in the third quarter. 6 for Chris Irvin. She went out with an injury in the fourth quarter. 5 for Laria Castillo. 2 for Payson Campbell. 4 for Lily Leitner. 2 for Kaylee Felker. As I mentioned, 5 for Maggie Heineman, a new career high, and that was your scoring unofficially for Scott City. For Lakin, they were led by Jordan McCombs with 17, 8 for Lilia Villa, 8 for Kate Miller off the bench, 5 for Malia Budd. Aaron Michaelis had 5, 3 for Amari Esquivel unofficially for Lakin. So that's their final of 49-45. Let's take a 1-minute break because they're already getting ready for the boys pregame here. And we'll come back in a minute with comments from head coach Brian Gentry. They only have 10:50 before start time. We'll come back in a minute. This is Beaver Basketball.
911, what's your emergency?
This is Circle C Farms, and we got a major situation. Farmers are getting more than just high-quality seeds with Beck's hybrids. There are commitment rewards.
Sir, slow down. Is anyone in danger?
Only if they miss out on early order and quantity discounts and flexible low-rate financing options.
Sir, that's not exactly an emergency.
Are you kidding? Around here, that's big news.
Well, sounds like you're not just planting seed, you're planting a future.
Circle C Farms and Beck Seeds. More than seed. It's family and growing your future.
Planjans gloves, hoodies, stocking caps.
So pretty much anything you want your name on.
They can also get pins, cups, flashlights, knives.
She talks a lot.
So who can use it?
Fall teams, employee gifts, family reunions, weddings, 4-H events, poker runs.
So call Plain Jans for all your screen print needs.
Back here in the Garden City High Community College for Beaver basketball this afternoon. Scott City taking on the Ottawa boys. Coach Brian Gentry joins me here pregame. Well, Coach, last night a tough loss in a late night game, 62-42. And overall, as you look back at last night, just the physicality and the crispness of Lawrence Free State really kind of did you guys in.
Yeah, they were able to kind of take us out of what we were trying to do, flustered us a bit, and then we just kind of got away from what we're trying to to accomplish, and we didn't set very good screens. We didn't use those screens very well either. So even in a game, when you're getting pretty physical play, still got to stay the course and continue to grind away and do what we're supposed to. We can't go away from it and panic because we're under pressure. So a good learning opportunity for a lot of our guys, as far as playing through physicality and still be willing to try to get downhill and get some perimeter kickouts, which I didn't think we had very many of them last night. I thought their defense did a good job of taking us out of pretty much everything. But I did think that our guys didn't back down. I mean, we played pretty physical, and we had the fouls to prove it. So we just got to be a little smarter on the offensive side.
Being that late tonight, you kind of had your team kind of delay your shoot around a little bit here today, just to get some rest. And this is a third game in 3 days coming up here today. And I mean, Going to be kind of a tough one here with Ottawa, but how do you feel like your team has recovered so far from a late night and then getting back in the gym this morning?
I think they're ready. Kind of an advantage. They were able to sleep at home at least. They're kind of a normal routine anyway. A little bit late of a night, but these guys have been in a hotel for the last few days, and we'll see if they're eager to get home or not. But no, they're going to be a very, very tough team. Good length everywhere. Their bigs can drive it. So they space the floor well, they cut well, they post their big guards. We got to do a really good job of just basic common sense, shell defense, taking away guys, cutting, not allowing them to post us. And then we got to keep the bigs away from, getting to the basket, which is easier said than done. But we got to have really good on-ball defense against them because they have the ability to shoot it as well. And then we got to rebound and run. We got to make their bigs run with us. They also showed a little bit of a 2-1-2 zone, which is very, very active. And, again, with their length, it kind of takes away some passing angles. So our guards got to be willing to drive it against that zone.
Yeah, you mentioned Ottawa here, a new team. Faced 3 new teams this week here that you never faced before. That's a team that finished 3rd in 4A a year ago, but they do return a pretty good nucleus, and including the coach's son, McCullough. But seems like they got a lot of size once again today.
Yeah, they do. They're long. 6'3", 6'4", 6'3" in the starting lineup with a 6'5" kid coming off the bench. So we got to do a good job of team rebounding, which our guys have shown the ability to go rebound. Last night was not one of those games probably, but we got to do a good job of getting our guards in there and getting rebounds. We got to keep the bigs away from it, even if that means our bigs aren't getting the rebound. We got to keep their bigs away from it. And then again, like I said, we got to make them run. We got to push the pace. We got to really attack and get down hills and hunt the shots that we want to shoot.
It's a 4th game in 5 days for Ottawa. Do you think that's a little bit of an advantage for you?
I mean, it could be either that or they're in a really good rhythm. So, we'll see. But, third game, when you're this far away from home, some teams struggle to come out of it. I don't think that's going to be the case with these guys tonight. I think they're going to be ready to go.
All right, Coach Brian Gentry joining me here, pregame boys, Scott City and Ottawa. Coach, thanks for the time. Good luck to you guys.
All right, thanks, Adam.
All right, once again, those are the comments from Coach Brian Gentry. Your pregame interview brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with Hugh and Berta Benz in Scott City and Leota. We're going to come back in 3 minutes with a breakdown of this matchup some more. Get your starters, keys of the game, and the tip-off after this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Faro Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Faro Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
There's some reason we're all here to create an amazing experience for each life we touch. If we look closely, we might just see there's something about you amazing people. These amazing drinks served this amazingly fast. There's just something about Scooter's Coffee.
There are places where people truly value relationships, where distance is measured in acres, and all roads lead to families on one mission: to provide for their loved ones, their community, and the world. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau Agent Berta Benz and Sales Associates Sam Giesek and Joni Stegman today.
BBN is brought to you by Lawrence & Associates Realty Incorporated, Good Anesthesia, Elevate You, Lone Tree Farms, Fairleigh Feed Yard, American Implement, Great Western Tire and Deck Mart, Scott Community Foundation. BBN is sponsored by Circle C Farms, Iron Insurance Partners, David Post, Norder Supply, R Brothers Auto Body and Mechanic, Scott City Eye Center, R6 Ag, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Scooters Coffee, The Cottages at Garden City.
Back and beat Andale for third place. They were 14-8 2 years ago. Coached by Cliff McCullough, veteran in the coaching world. His 29th year as a head coach, 13th in Ottawa. And he's got a pretty good group coming back. Aiden McCullough is senior. Hayden Hull is senior as well. They have gone 2-2 on there. Interestingly enough, Scott City, or I should say, Scott City's second opponent here with a common opponent in Lewisburg. They beat Lewisburg by 14. And Tonganoxie last week lost to Lewisburg by 3. Ottawa lost to Bonner Springs to begin the season by 15, but bounced back with wins over Lewisburg and then Lake, and then lost to Hugoton yesterday 61-51. As the girls' game just went final, Ottawa 60 and Tonganoxie 55. Ottawa is the tournament champions of the Roundball Classic, But Scott City on the other side, tough effort last night. The season low of rebounds. They had around 20 rebounds last night, but tough sledding against a very good, lengthy, physical Lawrence Free State squad. And Scott City was able to get 10 points from Avery Radke and Cooper Irvin. That was a career high for Irvin last night. And see what the Beavers can do here. They can bounce back. Coach had them sleep in later here today just to get some rest here because of a late night getting home at about 11:30 last night. Game didn't start till about 9:30 last night, as we were moments away from getting started here in this one. All right, the teams are at their benches, so let's go ahead and get to your starting lineups here, presented by Security State Bank in Scott City and Leota. Starting lineups look like this here. First for the Ottawa Cyclones, Cliff McCullough in his 13th season, assisted by Evan Schaefer, Ryan Gutierrez, Gavin Seaton, he is a junior. Hayden Hull is a senior. Jace Morning is a junior. Trey Spencer is a junior. And Aiden McCullough, a senior. On the other side for Scott City, Brian Gentry in his 10th season, assisted by Joey Meyer and Drew Kite. Brody Steckline is 6'3" junior. Avery Radke, a 6-foot senior. Drew Metzger is a 6-foot junior. Cooper Irvin, a 5'9" sophomore, and Junior Mesa is a 6-foot junior. Those are your starting lineups here. And it's presented here by Security State Bank. As they have not yet introduced the Scott City starters here yet. Beavers will be in action on Tuesday. They will head to Goodland to take on the Cowboys and Cowgirls. Ottawa on Tuesday night will be back into Frontier League play. They're 1-1 in Frontier League play. They'll take on the Paola Panthers. Ottawa coming off a 61-51 win last night in the semifinals here in this building. Scott City, or 61-51 loss, I should say, last night for Ottawa. Scott City falling by 20 to Lawrence Free State. As we will get to your keys to the game here, presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout, where you go with the proven winner for the Beavers this afternoon. I think the big key is going to be having that energy. And also, second key for Scott City, don't be intimidated by the size underneath. Another big day where Scott City's going to be undersized here. Don't let that intimidate you. Go downhill, be crisper with your passes on offense. Those are your keys to the game. Your officials here this afternoon, you got Burton Kisner. You also have Riley Cook and Colby Johnson. It'll be Scott City wearing the home white uniforms. They're on the top of the bracket. White jerseys, navy blue numbers and letters, and the lighter blue trim. Ottawa in the road red uniforms this afternoon with white numbers and letters. Steckline and McCullough tip. It's Ottawa winning the tap, and we're underway. They have it up top. Scott City opens up at a man-to-man right side to Gavin Seaton, and now goes to Aiden McCullough. McCullough flips it over left side to Aaron Blaine, who actually gets a start this afternoon for the Ottawa Cyclones, the sophomore. He'll drive in. Now kicks it over right wing to Jace Morning. Morning will drive in. Right corner, it goes to Hayden Hull. He'll fire a three, bounces around and drops home. 3-0. 7:25 to go. First quarter play. Scott City's first possession of the afternoon. With it here is Steckline toward the left over. Nice cut to Metzger. Power dribble goes up and is fouled hard. He'll get 2 free throws. And 2 free throws for the 6-foot junior who had a nice game last night with 6 points. That'll be on Hayden Hull, his first. Free throw for Metzger is good, and Scott City pulls to within 3-1. 7:18 here in the opening period. And the free throw also good, making it 3-2. Ottawa's second possession here, and a turnover, a steal. Here's down the floor. Irvin threads it through to Avery Radke, who can't quite handle it. The teams will trade turnovers here, but good idea nonetheless. Here was 7:08 to go in the opening period. Scott City down 3-2. Ottawa the basketball back. Third place game of this Roundball Classic, the boys championship game with Lawrence Free State and Hugoton set to convene here in a bit. Up top with it is Hayden Hull, the senior. Uses up his dribble, finds it to Aaron Blaine. Blaine goes over right side, gets a screen, dumps it underneath. Too hot of a pass for Blaine, and turnover number 2 on Ottawa. So it's actually Trey Spencer who is not starting. Had that wrong on my sheet here, so I apologize for that. But anyways, here we go. 3-2 for Ottawa. Scott City's ball. 6:40 to go first quarter. First ever meeting between the two teams. Scott City is 2-2 against Frontier League teams, beating one the other night. Tonganoxie. Pull-up jumper, Mesa right baseline, that's good. He had a season-low 3 points all from the line last night. 4-3 Scott City. 6:25 to go first quarter. A first lead change early on. Now right baseline to Gavin Seaton trying to drive in. Throws it left swing. Blaine will drive to the foul line. Right side pass to Morning. Pulls it back out, 20 to shoot. Dribble behind the back, guarded by Irvin. Goes downhill, finds right side to Seaton. And he's going to travel with a good defense by Scott City. Third straight turnover on the Ottawa Cyclones with 6:10 to go in the opening frame. This is Ottawa's 4th game in 5 days. So you got to wonder if a long trip home coming up here, and Coach Gentry alluded to it in the pregame, could become a factor here, and just fatigue playing some pretty competitive games here over the last few days. 2 minutes into this ball game. Scott City with a 1-point lead and the ball. Avery Radke trying to get it over to Metzger, who flips it into play, but he steps out of bounds, and Scott City with their second turnover. 4-3 Beaver lead, Cyclone basketball. As I mentioned, Scott City, 5th different opponent from the Frontier League they've played. They played Eudora in the state championship of 4A Division II back in 2014. They also took on Spring Hill in 2006, won that one, and lost to Baldwin in the third place game in 2000 in Class 4A. 15 to shoot. Losing the ball was Aiden McCullough. That's a 4th straight Ottawa Cyclone turnover. Scott City's only been able to turn that into 4 points here. Mesa uses up a dribble, needs help. 5:20 to go first quarter. 4-3 your score. Right side to Radke. Radke goes up top to Mesa. Will fire one from way downtown. It's on target, and it's down the bottom of the barrel for his 8th three of the year. 7-3 Scott City. 5:08 to go first quarter. As he hits his 8th triple of the season. He has 5 of Scott City's 7. Metzger with the other 2. We've played 3 minutes. With it, elbow right, Aaron Blaine. Blaine now up top right to Aiden McCullough. McCullough will penetrate, drive left lane line, lays it up, spins off, rebound to Cooper Irvin. That's Scott City's first rebound of the afternoon. Not a lot of rebounds either side. 4:40 to go now, stripped out high and stolen away by McCullough. He'll take it to the rack and score it this time. 7-5, Scott City, 4.5 to go first quarter. Scott City with their third turnover the opening 8 minutes. And that ends the 7-0 Scott City run. Metzger into Steck line, goes to his left, pump fakes. Oh, he traveled with it, and that'll be turnover number 4 on the Beavers. Both teams with some early turnovers here. And Evan Askins Dietrich, a freshman in for the first time, about a 6'3", 6'4" freshman. No heights provided here. 4:15 as we're at that midway mark of the first quarter. Scott City up, 7-5. And the Ottawa Cyclones with the basketball. Coach Brian Gentry sends 3 to check in next dead ball. 15 to shoot out high with it is Hull. Good defense by Drew Metzger out high. Now they get it to on top of the Bronc Buster to Morning with 10 to shoot as he pulls it back out. He's guarded by Mesa with 6, with 5, with 4. Going left side, here's Morning. Finger roll layup, hits the side of the backboard, but he's bailed out on a foul call. That'll be on Junior Mesa, his first, and that'll be the ball game, or the first foul on Scott City. Mesa with a foul. Ottawa Cyclones with 1 foul as well. Jace Morning to the line to shoot 2 here. 3:46 to go, opening quarter. Free throw is short. He'll get another one. Ethan Furrow, Mickey Gossman in for Scott City. Also in is Trey Spencer in for the first time. He is a junior for the Ottawa Cyclones. Second free throw coming up for Morning. It's 7-5 Scott City. 3:46 to go first quarter, and it's 7-6. It bounces around a few times on the back iron and drops in. The soft bounce pulls Ottawa to within 1. They've scored in threes with a three-pointer now the last 3 of the ball game. Mesa with the right wing. A couple of feet behind the arc. Pump fakes a couple times on Spencer. Now we'll put it on the floor. Kicks it left corner. Here's Ethan Furrow. Jump stop. High off the glass, crawls off, and the rebound tipped around, and it's going to be controlled by Trey Spencer for Ottawa. 7-6 Scott City. 3:15 to work first quarter. And if you're Ottawa, it's 6-7 for you. But now left corner, 3 for the lead is good for Hull. Hayden Hull with a couple of threes, and Ottawa's 6 in a row. They're up 9-7 at the 3-minute mark of the first quarter. Our second lead change in the first 5 minutes. Gossman with it up top as the gym is all of a sudden quieted here a little bit. Junior Mesa with it, penetrates left corner, now out high to Irvin. Pump fakes on the 3, looking to drive in, cut off, and now goes to Avery Radke. Radke with it, 14 to shoot. Gossman now gets it stripped out of his hands, and Scott City commits turnover number 5. One thing Scott City's got to do, they got to be stronger with the basketball again tonight, or this afternoon. Playing 3 physical teams here. Up top, Morning is Ottawa on a 6-0 run here, leading 9-7, 2:25 to go first quarter with it. Morning will drive in, and a whistle, and he travels with it, and that's 5th turnover on Ottawa. So both teams with 5 turnovers here with 2:22 to go in the opening quarter. Mesa to take it across for Scott City. It'll be picked up in the half court by Askins Dietrich. Gossman with it up top to Avery Radke. 24 to shoot, left wing to Ethan Furrow. Off the screen, here's Mesa. Quickly guarded, though. Wanted to pull the trigger on him, but could not. He'll drive in, jump stop. Now Gossman, short corner left, kicks it up top. Irvin pump fakes on the 3. Quickly guarded by Ottawa. 10 to shoot. Now Mesa trying to cross over dribble, loses it. And we're going to get a tie-up. It'll be 6 to shoot. It'll be Scott City's ball in the possession arrow. 6 to shoot, 1:53 to go in the opening quarter. Scott City will inbound underneath their own basket. Vern Kisner wipes off the ball there, and that'll allow Ottawa to get a sub in. Aaron Blaine to check in to replace Hayden Hull. He has 6 of their 8 points. I guess they called that last one a 2. It's 8-7. 1:53 to go in the first quarter. Lob into Gospin. Elizabeth picks it back up and now goes down with it, and he's going to get tied up and in the paint. It's tough to go back down. Turnover number 6 on Scott City. Final minute 48. The Beavers are on a 3.5-minute scoring drought, down by 1, 8-7. Bounce pass, it goes over to Blaine, right baseline. Holding it there, Spencer skips it over left corner to Morning. Morning back up top left to Aiden McCullough. McCullough looking to drive in. 15 to shoot, now dumps it left wing. Morning for an open left wing three, too strong. Rebound, that's going to be last touch by Scott City. And it'll still stay with the Cyclones here with 1:25 to go in the opening quarter. Beavers down 8-7. Ottawa on a 5-0 run. And we're back to action here. 30 to shoot, plenty of time now. With a dispenser toward the right elbow and a whistle and a foul away from the ball. On who? You can call the foul on Avery Radke as first, team second. With 1:18 to go first quarter, lob it in, new 35 for Ottawa. McCullough off a screen up top left to Morning. Scott City stays man-to-man. Morning will go around and fire a three. Short rebound, though, is Aaron Blaine. And now in the paint, going up, blocked by Gospin on the layup attempt by Morning. And Scott City grabs the rebound. Gospin does a block and a rebound, does double duty. Final minute of this quarter. Scott City down 8-7 on a 4-minute scoring drought. Gospin now hands it off to Cooper Urban, fumbles it, but picks it back up. Might have been knocked loose. 50 seconds to shoot in the opening quarter, remaining 20 to shoot. Now we got a whistle and a travel. Turnover number 7. Aiden Tarango in for the first time, the 5'7" sophomore. 8-7. Caston Wren to check in next. Dead ball. Scott City kind of in a funk right now here. Ottawa with the last 5 of the ball game. They haven't scored in 2.5 minutes either. About 10 seconds between game clock and shot clock. Right corner to Askin Diedrich. Now up top to McCullough. Throws it over left side to Aaron Blaine. Blaine got ball poked away. Trying to get it into Spencer at the left block. It'll still stay with the Ottawa Cyclones with 13 to shoot. Caston Wren in. He'll replace Ethan Farreau with 23.5 first quarter seconds left. Inbound in. Now around the screen. Here is Jace Morning. Almost stolen away by Radke. It's loose on the floor still. Picked up by Ottawa. And they go over and back with, they did not, and it's 4 on the shot clock. They did not reset the shot clock. Nobody had full control. So Scott City forces Ottawa in their 6th turnover as well. Shot clock off. The Beavers will get it in the front court with 15.1 to go first quarter, down 8-7. Scott City trying to end a 5-minute scoring drought here in the process. Mesa with it up top here as he takes it in the forecourt. 10 to go first quarter. 7-6. So Mesa with the dribble. Now launches one from about the G. 3 left wing, no. Rebound, 2 seconds, 1 second. Morning launches a half-court heave, and that crawls off the rim. And your first quarter comes to an end. Scott City scoreless for the final 5:08 of the first quarter. They trail by 1 after 1, 8-7 to the Ottawa Cyclones. Back in a minute for the second quarter. This is Beaver basketball.
BVN is brought to you by Ag Management Services, All-in-One Wash, B&H Paving, First National Bank, HRC Feed Yards, JNR, Next Tech Wireless, Pioneer Communications, Red Barn Enterprises.
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We're more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
Scott City Ice Center has been
what the Scott County Development Committee can do for you. Call Nicole at 620-872-3525 extension 2 or see her at 811 South Main Street in Scott City. Second quarter to begin, and Scott City's ball down 8-7. The Beavers are held without a basket for the final 5:08. Mesa trying to end that, and he does. He has 7 of Scott City's 9 points as they're back ahead 9-8. That was only a 5th shot attempt of the half for Scott City. Beavers back up by 1 in our third lead change of the half. Ends a 5-0 run for Ottawa as well. They did not score for the final 3 minutes of the quarter. 18 to shoot. Up high right to Aiden McCullough. Ottawa was 3 of 7 from the field, and now they're 4 of 8 is hitting the guarded 3 on the right wing was Aiden McCullough. 11-9, 7:19 to go first half. Our fourth lead change of the half. 7:14 to go second quarter. Triangle lobs it into Gossman toward the left block, looking for a cutter. Now skips it right corner to Mesa. Turns down the 3, drives in. Pump fakes twice. He steps on the baseline. And out of bounds it'll go for turnover number 8. Brody Steckline returns. He'll replace Mickey Gossman. And if you're not familiar with the gym here, it's a very thin brown line. That's the for the boundary. And so it can kind of surprise you with the lighter colored court, of course, not knowing where you are. Now miss a breakdown on defense, and Aiden McCullough wide open behind the defense, 13-9. He has all 5 of their points here in the second quarter as they're on a 5-0 run to take a 13-9 lead. 6:45 to go first half. Junior Mesa with it now to Aiden Tarango. Tarango with it, lobs it to Steckline, left elbow. 18 to shoot. Now will back his way in. Spin move, goes to his left, gets it stripped, but picks it back up. One dribble, left corner to Ravy Radke for a 3. In and out. Rebound. Steckline crashes it. Will go up and score it. Nice second chance opportunity. And it's now 13-11. So good rebound and putback. Scott City wants time with 6:22 to go first half. 13-11 is your score. It's a 30-second timeout. Basketball here presented here by Pokey Feeders, Precision Ag and Seed Protect Spraying Services. Our Brothers Auto Body Mechanic, Richards Financial Services, Iron Insurance Partners, Rotomix, Scott City Ice Center, Scott City Pharmacy Giftologist, Scott Community Foundation, and Scott City County Abstract and Title Company. Also want to thank J&R Car and Truck Center for providing transportation all weekend here to Garden City. You can view the new and pre-owned inventory in their lot at J&R Car and Truck Center in Scott City, and also online at jrcarandtruck.com. I believe we're also, for a moment here on KOFO in Ottawa. We want to salute you guys, and thanks again for tuning in. I'm Adam Kadavy, and guys, I'll have your main guy here in a little bit. He called the Ottawa Cyclones to a girls championship here at the Roundball Classic over league rival Tonganoxie. Out of the timeout, 6:13 to go second quarter. 13-11 lead for Ottawa. They have it the right block to Aaron Blaine. Ball deflected but picked up left side, Gavin Seaton. And a 3 is launched out high and too strong. Rebound, Junior Mesa for Scott City. That was put up by Seaton, as I mentioned. Here comes Scott City back the other way down to early second quarter. Radke in the corner launches a 3. Got it. He has his first 3 of the ball game, and Scott City counters a 5-0 run with now a 14-13 lead. 5:45 to go first half. Scott City back on top. Radke with his 11th triple of the year. Aiden McCullough with it, looking to drive in, penetrate, kicks it right side, and answer back 3 for Seaton. Bounces off, rebound underneath the Mesa. He has 2 straight rebounds for Scott City, and they're in transition. Trango will fire a 3 in the right corner, air balls. That rebound tipped, and into the hands of Aaron Blaine for Ottawa. Well, heat check there for the Beavers. 5:20 to go second quarter. McCullough goes downhill. Underneath, here's a tough runner, no. Put up by Seaton, but the rebound by McCullough, no. Rebound third time, blocked that time. 3 chances that time for Ottawa. They could not get it to go. And here goes Scott City back the other way with Radke. 4 or 5 minutes to go first half. Mesa from downtown rims out. Rebound, Caston Wren. Back up top to Mesa. He'll penetrate. Left side, Tarango will launch a 3. That looks good, and it is in the left corner. His first 3 of the year, and it's 17-13. Ottawa wants time. With 4:48 to go second quarter, it's a 30-second timeout. 17-13 is your score. The Ottawa Cyclones trailing by 4 now, and Scott City's on an 8-0 run over the last 2 minutes. Basketball here, once again brought to you by Scott County Hospital, Scott County Records, Scott Pro Security, State Bank, Sharp Shooting Supply, Spencer Pest Control, State Farm Insurance, and Stevens Veterinary Services. So we're going to have some wholesale substitutes out of that 30-second timeout as they are in the 30-second break. They just started the championship game between Lawrence Free State and Hugoton. This will be Scott City's last year here in the round ball. Of course, the SEIT for Scott City coming back next year. Ottawa, this is their first time in a few years coming back out to Western Kansas. They were longtime participants in the Goodland topside tip-off, so they are back in Western Kansas for the first time in probably maybe 8, 9, 10 years maybe. Out of the 30-second break, 4.5 to go second quarter. With it is Hull, lobs it in. Ball deflected in Scott City with good defense. Ottawa into their 7th turnover of the half. And now Metzger, who's back in the lineup, lost it, picked it back up. Radke wide open left corner for another three. Count it! He has 2 threes and 6 points. Scott City on an 11-0 run. They lead 20-13 at the 4:17 mark of the first half. Beavers have hit 3 threes in this period, 4 in the half. Morning with it. Crossover dribble for Seaton. Pulls up at the foul line. Can't get the jumper to go, but follows up his own rebound. Can't get it to go. And the rebound, Steckline rips it away at the midway mark of the second quarter. Scott City wants to push it. In transition, they'll lose it. Turnover number 9 on the Beavers. And now down the floor, here is Gavin Seaton. Or correction, that is Jace Morning. Layup is good. Aaron Blaine with his first basket, 20-15. That'll end the 11-0 Scott City run with 3:40 to go first half. Up top, Steckline goes left to Cooper Irvin. Reed Felker also in the game for the first time for Scott City. He's a 6-foot junior. Right corner, Radke for a hat trick of threes in the period. He's got it, 23-15, 3:25 to go first half. Scott City on a 14-2 run over the last 3 minutes and have their largest lead at 8 as we're getting close to the 3-minute mark of the first half. Ottawa wants to pull it out. Now they'll drive in. Morning pulls up in the lane. Nice shot, dropped down. His first field goal, he has 3. 23-17 at the 3:10 mark of the second quarter. Now Metzger finds Steckline out high. He'll look to drive in, back up top to Irvin. A high pass, but he reels it in. 3 minutes to go first half, 23-17. Radke bounce pass short corner right to Steckline. Skips it out high. Now Metzger left corner will try a 3. He's short on that rebound. Felker trying to get to it, but he commits the foul. Trying to get around Hayden Hull, who had boxed out nicely. Felker's first. Scott City's first foul of the quarter. They have 3 fouls this first half. Ottawa only 1 foul this half as Steckline exits. Brendan Cook in for the first time as 6'3 senior. 2:48 to go second quarter. Scott City 23, Ottawa 17. Inbound in goes to Evan Askins-Dietrich, who returned to the Ottawa Cyclone lineup. He'll take it into the front court. So he's looking at left to right court side here in this first half. Right side, Aiden McCullough out high. Flashing up top, Trey Spencer. Underneath the shot up, no, but a foul on the floor, I believe. That'll be on Drew Metzger. That'll be his first, team second of the period, as Seaton was driving to the basket. New 35 for Ottawa. 2:34 on the game clock. 6-point Scott City lead. Inbound in, left corner goes to Evan Askins-Dietrich. He'll drive in. Stuffed that time by Felker, and turnover number 8 on Ottawa. Scott City wants to race it with Radke. Lays it up, leaves it short. Tipped around, and it's won by Cooper Irvin as he hits the deck. That was a great hustle play by Scott City. They'll have another crack at it. Now Irvin, Metzger, Radke for his 4th 3 of the half. Good! And 4th 3 of the quarter, 26-17 with 2:10 to go first half. Scott City is buried 4 triples, make that 5 triples this half. Radke with 12. 26-17, 2 minutes to go second quarter. The layup blocked on the tip by Ottawa in transition. Layup, Metzger with a finger roll on the right or left side with the right hand. Metzger's first field goal has 4. 28-17, 1:45 to go first half. Scott City on a 19-4 run of the last 4 or 5 minutes of this game. 99 seconds to go first half. With it now is Ottawa. Trey Spencer, right corner, goes to Aiden McCullough. Minute 28 to go second quarter, 28-17, and a whistle and a foul away from the ball. They're going to get that on Reed Felker fighting for position underneath. That'll be his second on the hold. Team's third of the quarter. Ottawa yet to commit a foul this period. Inbound in and stolen away by Metzger. Reads the inbounds pass. He'll take it all the way. He has a layup, and it's 30-17 with 1:19 to go first half. And Metzger with back-to-back baskets. He has 6 in the half, and Scott City is up by 13, 70 seconds to go first half. Aiden McCullough with it out high. Scott City on a 21-4 run in this last 5 minutes of this half. 23-9 in the second quarter so far as we go under a minute to go first half. Askins Dietrich trying to drive in, 13 to shoot. Hangs, tough shot, too strong. Rebound tipped out, last touch by Ottawa. And it'll belong to Scott City, says official Riley Cook. Scott City also hot shooting, but they've also cut down their turnovers in this quarter. Junior Mesa to return to the lineup. Mickey Gosman out as Drew Metzger for Scott City. 51 seconds, second quarter. Ottawa to pick up Scott City at the half court. 30-17 Beavers lead. With it now is Scott City. Mesa trying to lob high low into Gosman. Catches, goes up, gets a shot block. Cook right there to rebound it. Out to Mesa for a three. He rattles it home. Mesa with his second three. He has 10. It's 33-17, 27 seconds to go first half. And Ottawa will go for the final shot as the shot clock is off. Scott City on a 26-9 blitz in this second quarter thanks to the three ball, and are up 33-17, 10 seconds to go first half. With it up top, penetrating his Morning, slips, and that's going to be a charge taken by Scott City. The foul is on Jace Morning, his first. Their first team foul of the quarter. That's only the second foul of the game on Ottawa with 6.4 to go first half. Beavers with an opportunity to extend their lead. Mesa gets a screen, now skips it to Radke for his fifth three of the half. No, rebound, Gosman couldn't get it, and that's the end of your first half. But Scott City on a 26-9 blitz in the second quarter, and they lead at 33-17 the break over the Ottawa Cyclones. We're going to step away here for 3 minutes and come back with some first half stats and more. Scott City 33, Ottawa 17 at the break. Back in 3 minutes, this is Beaver basketball.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
Nextech Wireless has been offering superior coverage to Kansans for close to 20 years. My, how things have changed, bringing us to modern technology we trust and depend on. Rain or shine, wind or snow, we'll be there because we live here too. We're investing in our communities and connecting Kansans. It's not a gimmick, it's our guarantee.
The world needs more farmers. People who know the land. People who support rural communities. People who are as diverse as each acre they care for. But unless you've been born and raised on a family farm, it's nearly impossible to become a farmer. That's why we are building a team of people from our hometown and across the world to do what they love. We are not just a family farm. We are a multi-family farm. We are Volgamore Family Farms.
First National Bank of Scott City. One of the few places left that you could call today and speak with a person and be greeted at the door with a friendly face. Come see us at First National Bank, where you will feel at home. Let us help you with your banking needs, whether it be setting up a checking account, savings account, CD, or getting a loan for that new vehicle or home you have been dreaming about. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
West 11th Street in Scott City. Text or call 872-7675 or find us online at elevateumumedspa.com.
It's time for the Precision Ag and Seed Halftime Show. Precision Ag and Seed is a proud supporter of all Scott City activities.
Beavers have built up a 16-point lead here in the second quarter, or the first half, at 33-17 as they outscored Ottawa in the second quarter to the Beavers 26-9 as they have our halftime show presented by Precision Ag and Seed. Adam Kadavy with you. We're going to get Coach Justin Froh and recap the girls' game. Tough loss for the Lady Beavers here, but short-handed really in that final quarter, 49-45. Coach, I'll be honest, I don't know how you describe that. You guys played so well when you had your starting five out there and even some reserves coming up. Injuries and some questions on the foul counts and foul trouble just kind of really hurt you guys down the stretch.
Yeah, don't. Hard to put into words. I don't know what are you supposed to do there? Very rough game. A lot of questions about, all the calls and everything, not necessarily just on the floor, but everything involved in this game. But no, we were in a pretty good position. Felt real good about how we came out. Got on top early and then had a good second quarter and came back out at a half. And we're getting ready to put together, a complete game, it felt like. And then, just the unexpected happened, and it happens. But very, very proud of the girls that got thrown in there and held their own. So, in terms of that, it was great to see them get in there, and it's very frustrating for everyone. But at the same time, we got to be able to adapt and adjust. And I thought that the girls that got thrown in there did everything they could to the best of their ability tonight.
I don't know if I've ever seen a predicament where you had two players foul out. That's just part of it. One, we didn't know, question on the foul count. But then you're down two starters because of injury, and you're all of a sudden down to one starter. And you're playing two players out there that have not been on the court all year for varsity. And so it's called a growing up moment at that time. Despite all that, you had to feel like you had to be proud of the efforts nonetheless.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I told him when I got to the locker room. I said, this game outcome, it is what it is. It does not matter. I said, in the grand scheme of things, 1, let's get healthy. 2, I was very proud of everyone that had to get thrown into the situation. It is very hard not only to get thrown in as one of the 5 out there and trying to just fit with the other 4 that know exactly how to play with each other and what they're doing, but when you have to throw in 4, 5 that are have not played together in terms of chemistry, and you're telling them, oh, hey, now, by the way, you're it. Let's go. Mm-hmm. So I thought that they did everything they possibly could, and even then, we were still battling right to the end and had a chance, even late. So I give them all the props in the world.
Do you feel like, even though it was, a disappointing way to end the tournament, 1 and 2 on the weekend here, do you feel like there was some growth within your program this weekend?
Oh, absolutely. I think that each game we've seen a lot of growth, and I think that, if we didn't have quite the big setbacks that we had tonight, I think we have a pretty good chance to finish 2-1, but that's what it is. So I'm very proud of the way that we battled yesterday, especially, and even on our first game, played a lot of tough opponents in this tournament, and that's what it was for, see some different competition and be able to get tested a little bit, so that way you can measure where you're at and also be able to get better.
All right, well, next week you turn around on Tuesday and you get a big road trip at Goodland against the Cowgirls, and That's not going to be an easy place to play there on Tuesday. They're pretty good again this year.
Yeah, that's what it is. It seems like every year. They're going to be tough. They're going to be stout. Going to be another physical game. So I think, in terms of right now, we're not really looking ahead. We're just we're focused on the right now and focused on getting everyone healthy and trying to take care of ourselves.
All right. Well, thank you, Coach, for the time here, and hopefully everybody gets recouped here, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Thanks, Adam.
All right, comments from Coach Justin Froh as Lady Beavers fall earlier today, 49-45. Here it's 33-17. We'll come back in a minute. We'll come back with some stats here as well from this game. Scott City up by 16 on the boys at the break. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
Check out Axis Seed Red Barn and see how different we are. As a locally owned independent regional company, we tailor the seed, fertility, and biological products we offer to your farm. Through the Max Yield system, we recommend locally tested solutions because your farm is more local than any set of data from anywhere else. Axis Seed Red Barn. Your farm, your future. That's our focus.
I'm David Post, and I live right here in Scott City. I'm proud to help my neighbors protect their homes, farms, and businesses because this is my community too. At Iron Insurance Partners, we're here for you on game day and every day, helping you protect what matters most because your hometown is our hometown. Give us a call or stop by today.
All right, we're back here at Garden City Community College inside Conestoga Arena. We're about ready to begin the third quarter. Scott City with a 33-17 lead, led by Avery Radke's 12 points on 4 threes. Junior Mesa 10, 6 for Drew Metzger, 3 for Aiden Tarango, and 2 for Brody Steckline. For Ottawa, they were led in the first half. Aiden McCullough with 7. 5 for Hayden Hull, 3 for Jace Morning, 2 for Aaron Blaine. Scott City went on a 26-9 run in that second quarter. Beaver shooting 12 of 20 for 60% in the half. Ottawa shooting 7 of 19 as we begin third quarter. Nobody with some foul trouble, and I say that we got a foul right away on Drew Metzger. No time ran off the clock. That's the world's quickest foul to begin a third quarter. That's his second, first team foul of the period. Ottawa's only been called for 2 fouls in this game. Scott City's been called for now 6. First defensive or driving in, a layup stuffed by Steckline on the layup attempt by Blaine. Here comes Scott City, lead pass to Steckline. He'll rail it in, hang, shoots, bank shot, no. Rebound loose, picked up that time by Hayden Hull. Scott City had a little bit of a rebounding advantage here in the game, and now left wing up top, wide open, Morning for 3. No. Rebound Metzger. Oh, he eventually tips it to himself. Just his second board of the game. Scott City had 9 turnovers in the half. And now Mesa in the right corner. Now nice dish and a Steckline. Got his shot partially altered. Here's McCullough with it for Ottawa back the other way. Now driving in and a walk. Yep. Turnover number 11 on Ottawa. The one official is Riley Cook. Her dad used to be a high school and college official, Marty Cook. Young official. We got 2 pretty young officials. Colby Johnson right in front of me here. And they all do a pretty good job. First minute of this second half, 33-17 your score. Right corner to Mesa. Can he knock down this one? The answer is no. Rebound backside to Radke, and another opportunity here for the Beavers. But a bad cross-court pass and turnover number 10 on Scott City, and the layup is good on the other end for Gavin Seaton, his first basket. 33-19, 6:41 to go in third quarter. So Ottawa with points off turnovers there. And now Avery Radke tees up a 3. He's feeling it. He has 15 on 5 threes. 36-19, 6.5 to go third quarter. Driving in, hanging, shooting, bank shot, no. Rebound, Radke corrals it for Scott City, his third board. Scott City with a 36-19 lead. Irvin will drive in amongst the trees, finds Radke, wide open for 3. No, rebound, backside Hayden Hull for Ottawa. He checked there for Radke. He has 5 threes and 15 points, hanging in, laying up, and that's going to be a block and 1.
foul on Cooper Irvin. That's his first. Team second on Scott City. The basket is good for Jace Morning. He has 5. 36-21 with 6:03 to go third quarter. Free throw coming up here for Morning is short. Rebound, took a weird bounce, and that's last touch by Scott City. It'll be Ottawa basketball. Morning now 1 of 3 from the line. He's been the only one to attempt free throw. Scott City, perfect 2 of 2 at the line. Nobody attempted a free throw that entire second quarter. 6:01 third quarter, 36-21. Scott City with a 15-point lead. Ottawa with the ball off a screen right side. Morning. Oh, he shuffles the feet that time. And a pretty easy call for the official, Vern Kisner, 12th Ottawa Cyclone turnover. They're in the second quarter in the championship game between Lawrence Free State and Hugoton. Free State with a 21-20 lead over the Eagles. Here it's 36-21 Scott City, third place game of the Roundball Classic. 5:50 to go third quarter. Steckline with it. Gets a screen, now will drive in, spin move, drives down Main Street, lays it up, and he's got 4. 38-21. 5:43 to go third quarter. And a good move by Steckline, the junior, with 4. 17-point lead once again for Scott City. Now McCullough will penetrate and a whistle and a foul. That's the third team foul of the half on Scott City. That'll be on Metzger, his third. Correction, that's going to be on Steckline, his first. Third team foul on Scott City this quarter. None on Ottawa. The fouls right now in the game are 8-2. But Scott City's been the aggressor, and so kind of risk or reward there. Now driving in, and the layup is good. Tough shot for Morning. He has 4 in the quarter, 7 for the game. 38-23, 5:20 to go third quarter. Scott City quickly back the other way. Irvin looking to drive in. Wraparound pass to Mesa. Right corner 3 is up, and it is in and out. Rebound into the hands of Aaron Blaine for Ottawa. So Mesa missed his first couple shots of this third quarter. It's McCullough for 3, and it's short. Rebound Metzger for Scott City. And a whistle and a foul on Ottawa's Aiden McCullough, his first. Ottawa's first foul of the quarter with 5:02 to go here in the third period. Scott City up by 15, 38-23. Inbound into Junior Mesa. Now with it is Steckline. Nice give and go. Here's Mesa. Pump fake shot. Yes, and one. Mesa with a dozen. 40-23. 4:51 left here in the third quarter. That's on Aaron Blaine, his first. Team second. Mesa the line for the first time. 7 of 8 on the year at the line. Free throw up. Too strong. Rebound to Hayden Hole. Ottawa with the ball down 17, 4:45 to work third quarter at 40-23. Shot up too strong. Rebound tipped around. Who gets it? Ottawa. Now they lose it in the hands of Drew Metzger. Metzger with it. Turnover number 13 on the Cyclones. And in transition, here's Mesa. He'll drive in. Oh, he traveled with it. Turnover number 11 on Scott City. In is going to be Evan Askins-Dietrich and Ethan Farrow, and also in is Mickey Gossman for Scott City. Underneath, and a whistle and a foul. Fourth team foul on Scott City in the quarter. 4:20 to go third quarter. So Scott City, no more fouls to give. That foul is going to be charged to Radke, his second. 2 free throws coming up for Gavin Seaton. 4:20 left in the third quarter. 2 free throws for Seaton, his first trip to the line. He has his only points here in this period. He had the first points of the second half, and that free throw will rattle in and out. Second free throw is short. He missed them both. But McCullough gets by 2 Beavers to get the rebound. He'll go up, leave it short. Might have been partially blocked. Rebound loose. It's still loose, and Ottawa tracks it down. Too many opportunities that time for Scott City. The 3, no that time for Hull. And the rebound goes to the Beavers. Junior Mesa with it. Scott City with the ball up by 17 halfway through the third quarter. Mesa into the front court with it. Goes left to Ethan Farrow. Farrow holds it back up top to Cooper Irvin. Irvin surveys, goes right to Mesa. Now to Mickey Gossman, holds it. 3:45 here in the third, 40-23 for Scott City. Irvin looking to drive in. Penetrate, spin move, up and under, needs help, finds Mesa. Turns down the 3 with 3 to shoot. Pulls up for the 17-footer short. Gossman at the rebound. Now he'll go up with it, and he will get it to go. His first basket, 42-23. 3.5 to go third quarter. Gossman with his second point and his second rebound. Second chance opportunity there for the Beavers as they now have their largest lead of the game at 19. Up top with it is Seaton. He'll launch a 3 and bury it. He has 5 on the quarter, 42-26, 3:13 to go third quarter. Just the second, make that the third triple of the afternoon for the Ottawa Cyclones as we hit the 3-minute mark of the third quarter. Now to Radke, he'll drive in right corner. Fro will try an answer back 3, too strong. The rebound to Aiden McCullough for Ottawa. Down the floor it goes here with 2:50 to work. Step back 3 is too strong. Put up by Morning. Rebound to Cooper Irvin. Now he's harassing, and a timeout for Coach Brian Gentry to avoid any trouble. Full timeout for Scott City. 2:46 here in the third quarter. It is Scott City 42, Ottawa 26. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet and GMC dealership in Scott City.
Are you struggling with low energy or just not feeling like yourself? Do you need to make time for self-care and rejuvenation? Come see us at Elevate You. Elevate You is a hometown medical spa that offers a relaxing environment. We offer aesthetics such as Botox and are your comprehensive source for lab draws, injectable and IV therapies, weight loss consultation, and hormone treatment for men and women. Elevate yourself and set up an appointment today with Elevate You. Located at 105 West 11th Street in Scott City. Text or call 872-7675 or find us online at elevateumedspa.com.
.246 to go, third quarter. It's Scott City 42 and Ottawa 26. First meeting between these two teams. Out of the timeout taken by Coach Brian Gentry's down to 3 timeouts left. Ottawa down to 4. Again, in the front court with Junior Mesa. Reed Felker back in there, Ethan Furrow. Also, Aiden Tarango returns the lineup, but that's going to be whistle and a moving screen. I don't know, and that's 3 on Reed Felker. If anything, it looked like Gavin Seaton was trying to climb around Felker, but the official, Vern Kisner, saw it differently. With 2:33 to go third quarter and a turnover out of a timeout and a 16-point game underneath. Shot up, and it's a 14-point game. Trey Spencer makes it 42-28. 2:18 to go third quarter. Scott City will get in the front court here. Driving in. Now Radke will fire a 3. That was blocked. Rebound, Junior Mesa. Now into Radke. Power dribble. Pump fakes. Goes up and he's fouled, and he gets 2 free throws coming up here. So Radke had his 3 blocked. Mesa caught it off the rebound, kicked it back to a cutting Radke, and he'll get 2 free throws. As I mentioned, Spencer's first. Team's third of the quarter. They only had 2 fouls the entire first half. Free throw for Radke is good. He has 16, 43-28. Medster in for Ethan Furrow. 2:02 to go in the third. Second free throw, good as well. 44-28. Scott City's lead back up to 16. And Radke's points, he has 17 on the afternoon. Minute 55 to go, driving in. Morning and a whistle and a foul and 2 free throws coming. So not a lot of flow to this game as of late. Tarango with the trip, I guess, is first. Two free throws coming up here for Jace Morning. He's 1 of 3 at the line and now 1 of 4. 1:53 here in the third quarter. It's 44-28, Scott City leading the Ottawa Cyclones here in this third place game. Second free throw, good. He hits 1 out of 2. He has 5 in the quarter, 8 for the game, 44-29. 52 to go, or 1:48 now to go third quarter. Aiden Tarango with the dribble now right corner to Avery Radke. Radke back up top to Tarango, works it around the perimeter to Scott City with a 4-out look. Mesa skips it right corner to Tarango. He'll try a triple. He'll be good on a triple. Nothing but nylon. His 6-point and 2 threes. 47-29, 90 seconds to go here in the third stanza. Another buried three here for the Beavers. Minute 25 to go, third quarter drive again, left corner with it is Logan Hepner in for the first time. He's a freshman, a three launch, no. Rebound, that's going to be a foul over the back as Felker tries to rip it away from Trey Spencer as they hung on for a while. Good job by Reed on that rebound. Team foul number 4 on Ottawa. That's the second on Spencer. Scott City needs to inbound it in. Ottawa applies full court pressure. Minute 15 here in the third quarter. 47-29 Scott City. Their largest lead has been at 19. They have it at 18 right now as Mesa drives in. He'll take it strong. Now Radke. Give him another one. A 6th three of the night for him. 50-29 with a minute to go third quarter. He has 6 threes, 20 points. Season high for him, and a 3 is good on the other end. Gavin Seaton is heating up. He has 8 all in this quarter, 50-32. 45 seconds to go third quarter. In the front court, as Aiden Tarango finds Junior Mesa back to Tarango. 38 seconds to go third quarter. Metzger to drive in. Now up top to Radke. Left side, Mesa turns down the 3. He'll drive in, take it strong to the rack, and bank shot is good. He has 14, 52-32. 25 seconds to go third quarter. As Ottawa will go for the final shot of the quarter. Scott City is opening up a 20-point lead. A deep 2 is knocked down, and Ottawa now hitting their shot number 3, Jason Morning. 52-34, 12 seconds to go. Scott almost a steal at High Mesa with it. He'll almost get tripped up. 5 seconds to 4. He'll launch a guarded 3. In and out. Rebound ripped away, and that's the end of your third quarter. Scott City with an 18-point lead going in the fourth quarter. They go on a 19-17 third quarter run and have a 18-point lead. 8 minutes remaining in regulation. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
Axis Seed Red Barn is your locally owned and operated Axis Seed independent regional company, using local data to bring you top-performing seed, fertility, and biological products tested and proven to perform right here in western Kansas. Axis Seed, your farm and your future. That's our focus.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
Exceptional results. Back to action here, fourth quarter. Scott City with a 52-35 lead here. Radke with 20 points, layup by Mason. No rebound, Steckline high off the glass. Counted, he has 6. 54-34, 7:44 to go, and a 20-point lead for Scott City. Off the miss that time, Steckline grabs another offensive rebound. Layup on the other end, crawls off. Rebound, loosened in the hands of Drew Metzger for Scott City. Beavers are led by 20 from Avery Radke. Now Steckline trying to drive in, loses the handle on it, and then we're going to get a trip on Drew Metzger, his third. 7:23 left. Yeah, 54-35 they did count that as a 3, so it's 54-35. I was just showing a replay of that, and so 54-35. Metzger in, 54-35. Once again, Scott City up by 19, 7:18 to go. CX Metzger exits with 3 fouls. Caston Wren back in, or actually Metzger stays in there, beg your pardon. 7:10 to go. With it is Aiden McCullough. He has 7 points this afternoon. Up top, here's a 3 launched. That one no good. Rebound, Caston Wren with his first rebound of the game. Good to see him back in the lineup here. Had some extra minutes last night. Now it's Irvin in the left corner. He's in the scorebook with a triple in the left corner. 57-35 with 6:48 to go. Scott City up by 22, 6:40 remaining fourth quarter. Ottawa with the basketball. Scott City trying to get to 2-2 with a pretty big stretch next week with back-to-back ranked teams in 3A. A finger roll layup is good. Nice move by Morning. He has 13 on the afternoon. 57-37, 6:22 to go. Here's a three. Radke, no. Rebound tracked down by Hepner in the corner for the Ottawa Cyclones. Radke tried to hit his 7th-3 of the game. Now driving in as McCullough draws the foul on Steckline. That's his second. Team foul number 2 of the fourth quarter on Scott City as Gavin Seaton in will replace Hepner. Yeah, 6:08 to go. In is going to be Junior Mesa. And Mesa will replace Drew Metzger. 57-37 is your score. Scott City up by 20. Lob in, it goes to Hayden Hull. Hull gets a screen, goes to his right, wanted to take the three. McCullough will take it off the pick and roll and knocks it down. He has 10, 57-40, 2 minutes into this fourth quarter. Scott City's biggest lead has been at 22. It's right now at 17. 5:50 to go. Up top, they're working around the horn here. Left or dump underneath. Here's Wren, right side. Now to Mesa. He'll pull up for a 17-footer toward the right elbow and bury it. He has another basket. 16 for Mesa, 59-45 and a half to go. Yeah. With it, here's Jace Morning. Back up top, it'll go here. Back to Morning. Gets a screen and launches a three. No, rebound, an easy rebound for Steckline. Nobody with a red shirt within a couple of area codes on that one. Now Mesa with it, stops, pops the triple. Short. Rebound Steckline with another offensive board here, and a whistle and a ball knocked out of bounds. He's come up big with some offensive boards in the second half, has the junior Steckline. Scott City will have 33 to shoot. 5:09 to go fourth quarter with a 19-point lead, 59-40. Metzger in for Wren. Yeah. Inbound in, we'll lob it in to Radke. Game high 20 points. A high dribble for Steckline, but reeled it in now to Radke. Radke steps back up top to Irvin. 24 to shoot. Scott City can be patient a little bit, but not too patient. 4:55 to go with a 19-point lead. That big second quarter run has been the difference, and that was an easy foul that time. A call for Hayden Hull. That's his second. Team's first of the fourth quarter as he raked Steckline along the face there, reaching around from behind, trying to swipe out the ball. New 35 to shoot. Inbound in to Cooper Irvin. Little bump that time. Mesa back to Irvin. Entry feed in to Steckline. Goes to his left. Kicks it to Radke. Left corner. Give him another one. He has 23 on 7 threes. He's one off a career high. 62-40 with 4.5 to go. 22-point Scott City lead matches their largest as they've countered a 5-0 run with a 5-0 run. Ottawa almost throws it away, saves the play to McCullough. Now underneath the right block, goes to Morning, back up top to McCullough. Pump fakes on the three, drives right side, lays it up and scores it. He has a dozen. 62-42 with 4:17 to go. Yep. So that was the score last night. Scott City had 42 and Ottawa had 62, but Free State had 62. Jump stop. Mesa gets a strip, gets it back, has plenty of time to shoot it, do the Beavers. 4 minutes to go, fourth quarter up 20, 62-42. This is a nice bounce-back victory this afternoon for Scott City. With it is Radke with 10 to shoot, loses the dribble out of bounds, and that'll be Scott City's 13th turnover of the afternoon. Brendan Cook in for Scott City for Steckline, and also Evan Askins-Dietrich in for Ottawa. This is a team with a mixture of just 2 seniors and a lot of junior sophomores and freshmen that have played here today. Team that finished third in 4A a year ago, only one loss last year in a 3 for Seton, and it's Metzger with the rebound and a foul on the Ottawa Cyclones. They're going to get the holding foul on Hayden Hull, his third. Team foul number 2 of the fourth quarter with 3:35 to go. 62-42. Scott City inbounds it into Cooper Irvin. Irvin with it, looking to bring it across here. Seaton guarding him nicely. Shot clock hasn't been running here. 3:35 to go. And now we have a timeout on the floor here with 3:30 to go. Game clock wasn't running as well. 62-42. It's just a 30-second timeout. Basketball this afternoon presented here by True North Cafe, True North Cattle Company, Trophy Wine and Spirits. Turner Sheet Metal, Vogelmore Family Farms, Western Kansas Insurance, Western State Bank, Wheatland Electric, White's Food Liner, Wilkins Physical Therapy, and Winterland Farms. How about that? Scott City with a 20-point lead. Right now, at halftime, they're about ready to begin the third quarter in the championship game of the Roundball Classic on the boys' side. Hugoton with a 31-25 lead over Lawrence Free State. Yeah. So out of the timeout, it'll be Scott City's basketball, 3:28 to go. 20-point Beaver lead, 62-42. Inbound into Junior Mesa. He's in the backcourt. He's going to be fouled by Evan Askins-Dietrich, his first. Ottawa Cyclone foul number 3 of the quarter. Whereas Ottawa's had some pretty good players over the years. One recently, of course, Semi Ojale. He went and played at Duke and then SMU. A little bit for the Boston Celtics. Inbound into Radke. It's loose. Last touch, they'll say, by Ottawa. It's Scott City's ball, just 1 second out of all that flurry of action. Comes off the shot clock with 3:23 to go. His older brother, Victor, played about, 15 or so years ago at K-State, something like that. But they've had some talent come through Ottawa as well. These two teams have had some pretty good basketball programs over the years. Into Avery Radke. Nice bounce, trying to get it to Brendan Cook, but good defensive play by Hayden Hull with the steal. Scott City's turnover. And here come the Cyclones in transition. They spin their way to the basket. Layup, nope, blocking foul on Mesa. His second. Team foul number 3 in the fourth quarter. Two free throws coming up here with 3:12 to go. The foul, or to the line is Morning, is a junior. He has 13 in the game, now 14 in the game. 62-43. He leads the Ottawa Cyclones this afternoon, 3:12 to go. Yep. Second free throw coming up. We got a full timeout taken by Ottawa's coach, Cliff McCullen, his 13th season. 3:12 to go. Scott City with a 19-point lead. Back in a minute. This is Beaver Basketball.
BBN is sponsored by Vogelmore Family Farms, Western State Bank, Scott Co-op,
Scott City, where they service what they sell.
Here we go. One more free throw coming here for Jace Morning. Free throw on the way for number 2, and that is good for Morning. So his own coach did nice. The shooter, 62-44, 3:12 to go. Scott City with an 18-point lead out of the break. And left corner to Avery Radke for a career high! Yay! Yes! 65-44, 2:58 to go. He has 8 threes, 26 on the afternoon. 65-44, layup no, rebound. Scott City's Brendan Cook off a deflection. And Scott City loses it, turnover. Layup is no good, but a foul. Gavin Seaton will head to the line to shoot 2. Team foul number 4 in the fourth quarter on Scott City, says official Riley Cook. Cooper Irvin with his second foul. Scott City with a 65-44 edge. 2:44 to go. Chaston Berry will head to the scorer's table. First to 2, charity tosses is good. Seaton with 7 all in this, or make that 9 now in this half, 65-45. Mickey Gossman chased Berry in. Drew Metzger, Brendan Cook exit with 2:40 to go. Yep. Yeah. Second free throw is short. Rebound Gossman for Scott City, and then he got it ripped out of his hands after he went down. Putting it up and rimming out that time for Harding. Rebound to Gossman. Scott City with it. 65-45, 2:28 to go. Now I know for all the young Scott City fans, they want 2 on this possession, but Barry's going to hit a 3 hit the side of the backboard, but he got his own rebound into Gossman. Back his way in, spin move, and it's 6-7 time. 67-45, Gossman with 4 all in this half. 2:07 to go. Yeah, 3 on the other end is rimming out. Rebound, missed that 3, and Scott City has it with Mesa. Minute 55 to go. Mesa trying to get it across, does so to Radke. Little contact. They'll let it play through. They're going to try to run this clock down now. Irvin. Underneath, here's Gossman. Pulls his way in, and he's got a half a dozen. 69-45 on a nice move there by Gossman. 1:35 to go. 24-point lead is largest of the game. Scott City sends 2 more to the scores table. Whole line change for Ottawa. Layup for Morning is good. 69-47, 1:25 to go. This will be the fewest points that Scott City has allowed this year. Irvin will race it across the 10-second line. 3-on-1 numbers. Mickey Gossman, a new career high. He has 8. Timeout on the floor. 71-47, 1:12 to go. Scott City burns a TO for substitution purposes. And a nice afternoon for the Beavers. 71-47 here. Elias Connor in. Also Court Wilson, a sophomore. Trace Spencer. Let's see if I got them all here. Leighton Thompson, a senior in. Also in there, Ethan Farrow, Caston Wren, and Aiden Trango in. 71-47, final minute of this game. And the ball is thrown out of bounds, and a turnover for the Cyclones, their 14th of the afternoon. Final minute of this game. Buried inbound it. Now here's Aiden Tarango, right side. Caston Wren. Wren will drive in. Lob it over to Barry. Now up top to Tarango. He wants a hat trick of threes, and he'll get a hat trick of threes. It bounced around and dropped home. 74-47, 45 seconds to go. Scott, 74-47, 40 seconds to go. Should be a fun one on Tuesday night in Goodland on the boys' side. With it, here's Elias Connor. Tries a 3, no. Rebound tipped around, ripped around. Who's going to get it? Ethan Froh in the corner. He gets it out, 24 seconds. Shot clock is off. Tarango in the front court to Barry. Entry feed into Mickey Gossman. He has 8 on the afternoon. He wants 10. He'll get 10. 76-47 with 12 seconds to go. Mickey Gossman with a new career high, 10 points all in this half. 5 seconds to go. Leighton Thompson puts it up. No, rebound Farrow, and that's all she wrote. Scott City pulls away late. 76-47 as they rout the Ottawa Cyclones. Scott City 2-2 as they head to Goodland on Tuesday night. Ottawa drops to 2-3 as they head to Paola on Tuesday night. We'll begin our post-game coverage after this 3-minute break. This is Beaver Basketball.
On the plains of western Kansas, where the sunsets gleam, stands our home, Scott High forever, students, friends, and teams. Hail to you, our alma mater, Beaver strong and true. Win or lose, we stand